Oh. What's up, guys? We're up this morning. I'm sorry for running late. Drama. Not drama, really, but like, you know how it goes. What's up, guys? What's up, Uncle Smoke? What's up, PXS? What's up, Pawn? What's up, Art? Rich? Play? Good morning, team. Hope you guys are doing good today. Yeah, so we got some stuff moving today. Honestly, it's not a bad day. We got WATT on the rise of 264s right now, gapping up some. I'm pretty sure this is catalyst driven. And so, yeah, we're going to see what we get with this one as well. We got WATT. Let's look up what's going on with this. We got Energis, which is WATT, I guess, was granted FCC approval for unlimited distance over air wireless charging is what happened here. What's up, Wood? And also, guys, I got some pretty good news. All right. So before, my app only made you able to look up the short volume on a specific chart. Here's the WATT news. Here's the WATT news. And so that's the news for, let me see what, but the good news. The good news about WATT, or the good news about my app is that I found a different API formatter, or a different API. I found a different API, and I'm still using the old API as well. But on this new API, I have designed it to where it will give us the actual short float and a lot more really relevant data. I got it to where it's giving me a bunch of data. And so, yeah, let me show you. And the update is currently processing right now. So the update is currently processing for my app. So just bear with me. The update is going through. You know, so we're processing that update as we speak, and hopefully it'll be approved within the next few days. But for the time being, I'll show you guys what I added to it. We got a lot of stuff ripping up. We got WATT again up on the catalyst you currently see on the screen. And that's good. You know, that's good. What's up, Adam? What is Watt charging? This is, I guess, Energis Corporation. All right, so let me open up the Squeeze app and show you guys what this is. There we go. All right, so the new and improved app gives me way more data here, way more data. Let me just make sure the API is working. It should be working. There it is. Okay, so the API is working. All right, good. All right, so I'm not going to show people where this API is from, so basically people don't steal it, but we have a short float app now. So it tells you the short float, the short volume, the market cap, the latest SEC filing, the short volume yesterday relative to today, and the change in the short volume, the actual volume, the short volume ratio, and the float itself now. So it tells you the float, the short float. I could also get a lot more data here. And so let me know if you guys want me to put some more data out there. Because I can get basically any fundamental data that you want from a stock. And so if you have any relevant data that you want included on the app, this is the app that's currently getting approved by Google Play. And so it'll be approved. Usually they take a day or two to approve the updates that I sent in, but I did update it, and this is the update. It tells me the actual short float now. I also made it so that we can see the commas and the numbers, so they're a little bit easier to read. So when you read the float, it's not just a bunch of numbers strung together where you have to count the digits. You can actually see this is 511 million in the float for AMC with a 17.8% short float. And then if we type in anything else, like, you know, whatever, we could type in BBIG, you know, just to show you an example here. And it tells me BBIG's got a 24.36% short float, 93 million in the float, short volume, market cap of about 800 million. You can click this latest SEC filing, and it'll bring you to the latest filing that they have here. We got some type of error code going in, but it looks like it's working, which is fine. And so, yeah, that's the app. So let me know any updates, recommended updates that you guys want from it. But that's the app so far. That update should go through. John, what is the motivation behind the creation of the app? I just want to give people short data for free. You know, that's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to give people detailed data for free. You know, obviously, if I'm being completely real, one of the motivations is to help my channel grow a little bit, which is what it's going to do. I mean, you know, the app becomes, if the app is big, people are going to see this link. You know, I strategically placed this nice little link right here that routes people directly to my YouTube channel. So, you know, we're using it in that way, but it's also just a way to give people free data, you know, that a lot of people charge for. And it's coming for the iPhone. The iPhone's gonna take a little while, but it's coming for the iPhone. Anyways, we got WATT on the move. It's at 250s here, 250s, guys. We're watching that. We've got KAVL popping up here at 190s. We're watching that. We got SHPW, UAVS, DRMA, CLEU, BMRA. We got Watt. Watt's probably my favorite one right now. If you guys have anything else that looks good, let me know. We have IO from yesterday too. And IO honestly looks pretty solid as well. I mean, IO, it's moving. You know, at the very least, it's moving. Man, the Astros got absolutely killed yesterday. Terrible. App works good. It's fast. Yeah, for sure. How does stuff move before the bell, even before pre-market? John, please build an app for unusual option activity. I ordered the Z Fold 3 yesterday. Nice, Justin. Yeah, mine's kicking. You know, mine's still working. My Z Fold. You know, like it's got a few little smudge marks. Like the only thing, it's got some little air pockets on the screen. But aside from that, like it works good. You know what I mean? Like it works good. I've had it for almost a year now. I don't know how long it's been. Like it's been almost a year. The app is called Squeeze, Terry, and it's a Android app currently. It's on the Play Store. If you want to download it, it's right here. But it's not on iOS yet. And there's going to be an update coming through for the app. Let me check the Play Store. I don't think they've approved it yet, but I can check. I did it yesterday. Literally yesterday is when I submitted it last night. So I seriously doubt that they have updated it yet. All right, so I don't know if the latest update might have gone out already. I think the new data. Wow, I think they. So maybe the update is already out. So let me try it. For those that have the Squeeze app, for those that have downloaded the app, check to see if it's updated. I'm gonna check my phone to see. Oh wow, so they did update it. So the update is out, guys. So if you could check your Squeeze app, the update's live. The only problem is that my the update's live, but the code I used to give the commas to the numbers didn't go through. I don't know why. I'll have to go back and check, but the update's live. Hey, thank you. Trading doesn't begin at 7 a.m. Trading begins at 7 a.m. for Thinkorswim, Sandman. For everybody else, it begins at like 4. So IO is moving up. It's at 215. Here's AMC, though. AMC, very good day the last few days. This thing is ripped up. Well, yeah, Forerunner. Here's the link, bro. You just got to click that link, dude. That's the Play Store link. I'm searching for it. It's too new. It's brand new. That's the app. It's the app I designed to give you short float data and information. It's a free app. It doesn't cost any permissions or anything like that. And how about the crypto world, man? Bitcoin up, Litecoin, Ethereum up, TRX, BCH, Ethereum Classic, Chainlink, Uniswap is up. A bunch of other ones are up too. So not a bad day for the crypto market either. Yeah, what's up, BKM? Yeah, you know how it goes, ADW. But I was actually really surprised. The app went through already, man. I have to update the images that I use. All right, guys. So yeah, so like I said, what I need your guys' help with today is that I can pull a lot more data than what I'm pulling on the app. And so I can pull, let me give you a rundown of everything I can pull. I can pull analyst ratings, earnings, financials, including balance sheet, cash flow, and income statements, sector, industry, which I think is the next thing I'm going to add. Is I'm going to add the sector and the industry, just so people can see potential sympathy moves and stuff like that. Listings, officers, book value, diluted EPS, dividend per share, dividend yield, EBITDA, EPS estimate for the current quarter, EPS estimate for the current year, EPS estimate for the next quarter, EPS estimate for the next year, earnings per share, gross profit, market cap, which I already have, most recent quarter, operating margin, PEG ratio, profit margin, quarterly earnings growth year over year, return on assets, return on equities, revenue per share, revenue TTM, Wall Street target price. We've got institutional holders, institutional transactions, insider trades and transactions, percent of insiders, percent of institutions, shares outstanding. We've got short shares the prior month, short percentage flow, which we already have actually, short percent outstanding, short ratio, technicals. So we have technicals like the 50-day EMA, 52-week high, 52-week low, 200-day EMA beta. We've got enterprise value. This is all the data that I can pull if I want it. And so just let me know anything that you want. All right. But yeah, let me know if you want any of that data included. You know, like I said, I don't know what I want to do with this app yet. I'm just kind of playing around with it. But the new API gives me a lot of data, and it's, you know, it should definitely hold up for at least the user base we're gonna have. Because what I have is it can do up to 100,000 API calls per day, up to 1,000 API calls per minute. Could you link it all and just have a drop-down list for each user to choose their favorite ones? Yes, I could do that. Take me a little while to program, but yeah, I could do that. Let me save this comment so I know. Because with stuff like this, you know, I know what I want, and basically the app is what I currently want. And so just tell me what you guys want, you know. Can you explain better PDT and funded? Thanks. Yeah, PDT is the pattern day trading rule. It specifically states that if you have less than $25,000 in a margin account, that you can only day trade 3 times maximum per week, per rolling 5-day period is what they call a week. The big thing that people don't realize is that specifically applies to margin accounts. And so if you got a cash account, you know, there is no PDT rule. I mean, you're always going to have to wait for your funds to settle with the cash account, which is the flaw. And so if you got a cash account, you got to wait 2 days for your funds to settle. So you basically get to use half of your equity one day, half of your equity the next, half of your equity one day, half of your equity the next. And then by the time the next day rolls around, your funds from the first day are settled, right? That's with the cash account. And anybody can do that with a cash account. They just can't go short, because you can't go short on a cash account. And, you know, you got to wait 2 days for your funds to settle. You got to use half of your equity every day, basically. If you have a margin account, basically, if you want instant settlement, which is what a margin account gives you, or if you want leverage or anything else that might come with a margin account, then, you know, you're going to have at least $25,000 in that account to actively day trade. But if you got over 25K, like I've got 30K in my account, I can day trade as much as I want. I get instant settlement. I can short anything that's easy to borrow, and it's easy, you know. But a lot of people don't have that, and so they're going to be better suited towards just going long only on a cash account. Now, UAVS is dumping down a little bit. Watt's probably the best looking one. What do you guys think is moving the best today? We got KR, which is 3KR holdings. This one's ripping up. It's at 180s, 190s right now, guys. Good faith violation is for margin accounts when they loan you money, but you don't get the money in time, from what I understand. Like, it's when they give you money, but you don't put the equity in your account in enough time. Let's see. I mean, a lot of times good faith violations, I've never gotten one. A good faith violation occurs when you haven't paid for purchases with settled funds. It means when you're buying stuff with money you don't have. You know? So it's when you're buying stuff that you don't have, basically. Nah, you don't need to slow down, Jason. I appreciate it. You know, like I said, I asked for it, man. You know, I appreciate it. Like I said, you know me. You're a programmer, I think, too, Jason, right? And so you kind of understand. Like, I might have things that I want on these apps, but really, it's not about me. It's about the user. You know, and so I'm just trying to figure out what everybody else wants. And really, I'm planning on doing a lot more stuff with it in terms of like UI. You know, that we could do. You know what I mean? Just for now, so I can get the base app out there before I really tweak it, which I'm gonna plan to do, obviously. But just for now, you know, this is what I had. This is what I would want on the app, which is short flow data. Short float's the most important one, and that's the one that I was really looking for an API that was cheap enough, you know. And I am paying for these APIs, guys, but I was looking for an API that's cheap enough to be able to look up whatever I wanted, and give me the short data for it. Here's Watt, 11.15. I just think it's really useful data to have, and then again, you can go look at the latest SEC filing here as well and see what's going on with that. So, it's pretty cool. It's a useful kind of one-stop shop for any market data that you want for free on an app. A lot of people use their phones to trade, and they don't know how to find this data. And so I'm just trying to give people the data for free in an easy place on their phone. Yeah, I'm not a programmer. Just trying to teach myself while working a 60+ hour week. Hey. You're trying to teach yourself programming? Programming, you just got to build stuff, bro. The way you learn programming is just by building stuff. It's not by, a lot of people get stuck in tutorials, but it's really just about building stuff. Like once you build stuff, you'll remember it, but if you just look at tutorials from somebody else, it's not going to really teach you. It might teach you some, but all right, so we got some stuff moving here. Here's KAVL. We got ETTX. We've got Watt. Watt is definitely the best looking one, and this one's popping up in pre-market this morning. Again, here's the catalyst. Yeah, that's rough. What's up, OP? Hey, thank you, bro. The name of the app is Squeeze. It's right here. Lost the link. Yeah, here's the link. Hey, go leave me a positive review if you can, guys. I certainly appreciate it. Yeah, well, the best way to do it, Jason, like if you're really trying to learn coding, the easiest way to do it, number one, you want to pick a language. And so most people pick either two languages usually, which is JavaScript or Python. Python is certainly an easier language to learn. It's a less strict of a syntax language, so it's like easier vocabulary. But it's less useful for most people because it's a back-end language. It's an all-in-one language. It can do whatever. You can build apps with Python, but it's mostly used for like AI and back-end stuff. Like it's what's used with trading algorithms a lot of the time is Python. That was the first language I learned. And there's some good tutorials. Check out like Mosh Hammadi's, because I taught myself too. So like I taught myself to program as well, but I started 3 or 4 years ago, yeah, check out Mosh Hammadi's Python course. And once you really with programming, it's about learning 4 basic principles, it's about learning 4 basic principles, which is conditional statements, object-oriented programming, Boolean values, and what's the other one? I can't think of the other one right now. But you want to learn the basic. It's all the same, and regardless of which language you learn, it's all the same. Object-oriented programming works the same in Python than it does in JavaScript. It's just a little bit different vocabulary, a little bit different grammar, if you will. And so once you really get a good grasp of those, yeah, I can tell you what all the terms mean and what they do, just not to use them. Oh, well, then you just want to build something, Jason. If you build something, yeah, I saw that, Rich. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. You just want to build something. I use Visual Studio Code. I've never used IntelliJ, whatever that is. Yeah, Visual Studio Code has the most extensions that you're going to want to use. Like I use VS Code. Like this is the code for the app. And it's terrible code. I got to organize it a little bit better, but like this is the code for the app, you know? And it's just styling, everything like that. The next thing I really need to do, I'm not going to show you this because I don't feel like showing you guys the key to it. But use Visual Studio Code. I've used Visual Studio Code or Atom, but no, it's not on the App Store yet. Yeah, it's not on the. Yeah, so sorry guys. It's only on the Play Store. I should have mentioned that. I did mention it, but y'all are a little late. But yeah, it's only on the Play Store, guys. I'm building it for the iOS App Store, but that takes time. And to put it into perspective, Apple is noticeably more strict than the Play Store. So the Play Store, I can put that up, and like I said, I just dropped the update yesterday, and it's already live, so you can already get the short flow data. But for iOS, that's going to take me noticeably more time because, like I said, they're just more strict, and so it's going to be a longer process to get approved. But it'll come hopefully within 2 weeks. We'll have it up on the App Store. Just give me some time. Watt key point, please. Watt is up. So we could go ahead and use my app for this as well. So Watt is up. Looking at the numbers here, Watt has a 11.1 short float, 11.2 short float, about 60 million in the float. So it's a relatively smaller float. It's not tiny, but it's about a medium-sized float. Market cap of 128 million. Less short volume today versus yesterday. The latest filing that we have here, oh man, I gotta fix this a little bit, was they did an offering. This was September 24th was their latest filing and offering for WATT, and you can see the catalyst here was that they were granted FCC approval for unlimited distance over the air wireless charging. And so that's the catalyst for Watt, and it's moving good. It's probably the best looking stock right now in pre-market. We've got a lot of other stuff moving too, like SoFi. You know, SoFi is up. The SPY itself is up. You know, this is really what's causing a lot of this movement. Is the SPY itself is up. In terms of like penny stocks, we had KRKR. It's underneath the VWAP now, and we can look up the catalyst for this one as well, guys. But it's underneath the VWAP now too. All right, so for KRKR here, it looks like the reason it's up is they announced a short form video marketing collaboration with Intel. So they're doing a deal collaboration specifically with Intel for KRKR. A little bit of a fluff piece, but we're watching it. We got IO as well, guys, and IO is one to pay attention to. This one moved a lot yesterday, and you can see the catalyst for IO here yesterday. Also, they saw really positive third quarter sales of 44 to 45 million versus 22.39 million estimate, adjusted EBITDA of 21 to 22 million for IO. And this is something that I wanted to add to my app as well. I can add here, something I can add is I can add their latest EPS results. In this case, it would be from September. You know, I can add all of their latest results year over year. But I think what the more useful one would be the projected ones and what they actually reported to. So I can add the results like that here. Ooh, we got a lot of data there. I'll have to do this on a different page. So what I think I'm gonna build here is an earnings page, kind of like what Jason said. You know, like I want to build an earnings page that says stock earnings, most recent earnings, or something like that, and then just click on that, and then have it route them to that page, and then it's going to give a detailed breakdown, correlating the history of their earnings with what they currently are to see if the company's growing or getting weaker. I think that'll be useful. Drink some water? Why? Talking too much? Got the app, worked once, tried to go back into it and just get a yellow spinning. Really? Well, we just did an update, Terry. So maybe try the update. I think sometimes the app might die. We're working on the glitches. You know, we didn't do a full rollout of it yet, so it's like we're still growing on it, bro. Hit the like button. That's right, man. What's up, Tanvir? You have a bug in your code? Yeah, I probably do. Let me see. I have it pulling, especially the latest one. The latest one, I added a bunch of new APIs to it. So now the app is pulling from 2 different APIs, and so I need to do the try and catch method to tell me if there's any error messages. It should be working though. For me, it works. You know. Let me see. Let me try it out. Let me try it out on a few different symbols. It should work fine. Okay, mine works okay. AMD. It takes a little while to load for some of them. I don't know. For me, the app works fine. You know? So if y'all are having issues, let me know, because yeah, no, I appreciate it, Terry. Yeah, no, you're good, man. It's not really a bug. There might be an error in the programming, but it's not really a bug like that. You know, it's probably just an error. As you know, could be something as small as a misplaced comma. You know, there's Watt. And Watt is moving up to test these levels here. We'll see what we get. It's moving some. Anything else we guys see today? I see Prague, UAVS, FCell. UAVS failed. Prague is still looking all right. Here's Prague, PROG. BMRA. We got RLX. RLX is moving a little bit as well. Look at SoFi. Hey, thank you, Smoke. I appreciate you, bro. What did MMAT do anyway? Oh, I got SoFi listed twice. That could be a mistake. Hmm. No. Hmm. All right, we got LMDX on the move, but there's no volume to accompany it really. It's a slow day. What's up, Sammy? It's 48 degrees out there this morning. Honestly, it feels really good. I forgot to mention I've been trying your VWAP method and it's been working 10 out of 10. But sometimes I can't stop myself from buying. Hey, that's how it goes. Why you post for IO? It was yesterday's move. Because IO is still moving up really strong. You know, IO is, again, I've talked about it before, but like the biggest sign of strength in these stocks are when they hold their gains like that. You know, when a stock holds their gains, it looks really good, and that's usually the best sign of strength that we can see in a lot of these stocks is how well is it actually holding its gains. And IO is holding its gains fairly well. We got this $2 support level here. We've got 220s up there, 226s, 225s. Hey, nice, Bart. Hey, congrats, brother. You know, like I said, it's not really advice. It's just, you know, it's up to you guys, of course. You know what I mean? Like, y'all can buy coins if y'all want and sell coins if y'all want. It honestly feels really good. I wish the Astros would have won. That would have made me feel better. All right, guys. So yeah, we're gonna do like a little tech hour of like between 6:30 to 7:30. We're gonna be talking about strategies, patterns, movers as well, and yeah, let me know. We're gonna do kind of a roll through of what we're gonna talk about here. We're gonna call this tech hour. We call it tech time. That's what we'll call it. And let us know any topics you want to see us talk about during tech time. You know, like I said, we can talk about strategies, patterns, stocks, concepts, you know, app things. Just let me know. And like, I think we could probably put some better data on this code too. So like, I could probably put some better data on this code. Like, let me put this up so you guys can see it. Yeah, it's kind of this is called spaghetti code if you've ever seen it. But regardless of this, I'm just copying the CSS property. It'll probably be easier for me to just make my own CSS thing. But all right, so the next thing I wanted to add, here's short volume, market cap. That's all good and everything. And then we have the links underneath it here. What we want to do is we want to take this and we want to display the analyst ratings, all the analyst ratings. And so there's a few different ways we could do this. We could map it, which would probably be the best way. But we're just going to list it. Keep it easy. It might look like junk, but we'll fix it later. We're just trying to be fast here. All right, so Yeah, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do buy ratings here. And we're gonna do let's see. So yeah. Let me make sure this is gonna work. That should work. Let me make sure. Okay, yeah, it did work. So here's buy ratings 0, which is correct. All right, good. So that worked. And then we could just put its own category for each of these. Yeah, so that's what we'll do. That seems like a reasonable way to do it, right? And so look, we'll do this, and then we'll just copy this one and do the exact same thing. And then instead of buy, we can do hold here. And then instead of buy, we can do ratings. Or we can do sell. And then instead of buy, we can do strong buy. And then instead of this, we can do strong sell. And instead of this, we can do target price. All right, and so then we got to change this to target price. This can go up to strong sell. Strong sell ratings. This can be, what was the one before that? I think we just did sell. All right, that's good. And then wait. I messed up here somewhere. Strong sell ratings, should be sell. There we go, that's fixed. And then this should be hold. We got the hold. All right, so we're basically good. All right, this should fix it. There we go. That should work. Let's see if it works. All right, so we have the ratings here. I need to format the CSS a little bit from this. All right, well, we got the ratings here on the app, though. I think we need to change the color real quick. Let me change the color of these, and then I'll move on to tech time. I'm sorry, guys. We'll change these to white. Or no, we can do buy as green. Yeah, we'll do buy as green. Wait, do we have 2 buy ratings? Wait. All right, so here's the buy rating. We already have 2. One of these shouldn't be buy rating. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on 1 second. We're trying to program this thing. Bear with me. All right, we got buy. We got 2 buy ratings, but these aren't buy. One of them is... All right, let me see. 0 buy, 4 hold. So the second one is not buy, it's hold ratings. All right, so this is actually hold ratings. And then we need to change the color. Buy ratings can be green. We'll make it light green to make it better. Hold ratings can be white. Sell ratings can be red. We'll make it light red to make it easier. Strong sell ratings can just be straight red. And then target price, we can just make this gold. All right, that should work. Let's see it. All right, so we got one right here. One of the programs isn't working. This one. All right, so it's the sell ratings. All right, so we're just gonna make this here. We're gonna look up the color code. There we go. All right, there we go. We got buy ratings, hold ratings, sell ratings, strong ratings for target price. That's a good little addition, I think, right? That's useful, right? Let me know if you think that's useful, what I just added to this. Anyways, all right, so let me see if we've got enough mentions of stuff now. All right, guys. Yeah, I have one. I have Prettier, John Smith. I have Prettier on my app, so it kind of makes it prettier. Anyways. Yeah, I saw that pawn, man. I have it on my phone, so like you see on on the app I designed here, it has the commas. On the actual app, it does not have the commas, which I already implemented that in the code. I'm not sure why it's not working on the app, but I'll have to go back and check. Like I said, the app's very new, so I'm still just kind of debugging it and messing with it. Instead of doing a beta, I just kind of submitted it live. So people could have it because so many people were asking about it. So it might be some bugs or errors. Just bear with me. We'll fix them. Anyways, we got IFRX up. Now we got IFRX. It's at 280s. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and we'll do a little bit of tech hour. And like I said, if y'all have any subjects you want to see us talk about, let me know. Right now we're looking at Watt. Watt's probably the best looking stock. But first we're going to talk about the VWAP. I guess the VWAP is, we'll do a quick little lesson on the VWAP. All right, we're going to do a... All right, we're going to talk about the VWAP and how to use the VWAP correctly. All right, so when you're using the VWAP, guys, the main thing you should be focusing on is the current intraday trend. Now, when you draw out a VWAP here, like let's just look at a VWAP. When you draw out any type of VWAP level, let's look at AMD yesterday. Really good day for AMD yesterday. When you look at the VWAP, you're looking at a range over and under the VWAP. Usually this range is going to be highs and lows of the day. Right? So you want to follow that high and low of the day here. So like if AMD is moving up in a really nice upward trend, say you're looking at AMD here and AMD is still pushing up, you're looking at the range up to the high of the day above the VWAP. So here's the VWAP. Everything above that, we're looking at the range from the VWAP up to the high of the day. So in this case, the range would be like right here. You're kind of just watching this range as it goes by. This is your long area. And so once you have a stock that confirms a trend, and we talked about it before, but like once you have a stock that holds the VWAP, it specifically breaks over this VWAP level. When you have a stock that does this, it breaks over the VWAP, it pulls back to it, and it actually holds that level of support. That is your green light. That is your green light to attack the upward trend. And again, when you're attacking that upward trend, you are attacking that range up to the high of the day. So like if you're like me and you're scalping this move, and I did in green yesterday, guys, but when you're like me and you're scalping this move, you want to see a move like this. And this is what I really focus on and pay attention to. Another common thing that people don't really get is like the farther this moves away from the VWAP, like if the VWAP's way down here and this thing is moving really higher and higher like this, I stop trading it as much because it's just more extended. I just don't like it as much when it's that high away from the VWAP, but I'm usually attacking this range right here. So you can literally see the range. This is where my long zone is. This is where I attack longs in this range specifically. And it works, guys. You just got to find stocks that are trending well. And not every stock is going to trend like this. Not every stock is going to trend like this. Like I can find a number of different penny stocks that have not. Specifically, IO yesterday. If you were trying to attack this one yesterday using the VWAP, that stuff ain't about to work. It's not about to work. Why? Because it's just not respecting that VWAP level. And what the VWAP is showing us in this instance is that it's a sideways neutral trend. Like the VWAP saying, hey, look, don't attack a trend because we're not respecting the VWAP, which is a trend at all. So when a stock's not respecting the VWAP, it's not respecting an actual trend. And so when a stock is doing so, your job is to not trade it. Like IO yesterday. You know, your job with IO was not to trade this thing yesterday, because once it specifically did this right here, that's my signal to say, hey, I'm not touching this thing. It's just not reliable enough in terms of trend to attack. It's too sideways. Now, maybe you can invest in it or do whatever you want. I don't know what this is going to do, but I'm not going to attack an upward trend. I want to see a stock that maintains a specific trend. And again, here's another example on Apple. We get that move over the VWAP, and my job is to attack the range between the VWAP and the previous high of the day. So wherever that range is, my window to attack it is there. Once it does this, though, again, once it makes a move like this where it puts in a big confirmation super high above the VWAP, I'm not touching it. And so my window to take these trades are right here. These are my windows right here. You know, this is when I'm specifically attacking all these moves. It's all right here. That is my window to attack a long position. And if you really look at this here, this is when it's going to work the best. I mean, if we scroll out here and get rid of all this stuff, this is when these pullbacks are going to work here, here. I'm buying a pullback as close to the VWAP as I can, because that is when it's at the least overbought level. It's at the least overbought level, but it's still in an upward trend on these pullbacks right here. And don't get me wrong, I'll still take this sometimes, but it's going to be my common logic with this is like, I'll still take a little mini pullback like this and try to cover up here. But like my common logic with this is that it's going to be a much shorter term trade. I'm just not going to hold it as long. Why? Because it's at the top of the range. And if we have a little mini range like this that shows up, then, you'll see me attack the bottom of these ranges and scalp out the top. Like you'll see me buy it here and cover up here and buy it here and cover up here. And I'll do that a lot as well, but they're very short-term trades. When you see me taking a longer-term trade, it's going to involve a longer, broader pullback to a more neutral level, and that way, if it starts to just tank on me, if it starts to just reverse back down like this, then I'm just going to get out. If it breaks under a major low, my stop levels are usually major lows under the VWAP. So like this, right? So we break underneath that, I'm going to get out, and I'm going to keep it about a 1-to-1 ratio here. So if I get in, say at 144, just to keep it easy, let's just say 144, and I get out at 143.50, then my risk is 50 cents. If my reward is 50 cents, which would be from 144 up to 144.50, this is my risk. This is my reward. And now it never really hit this low. I'm just giving you an example of like risk reward calculation. So this is about a 1-to-1 ratio, which is fine. That is perfectly fine, because again, if we look at my stats here, my accuracy, even if I'm using a 1-to-1 ratio, my accuracy is going to compensate for that. And again, I can show you my trader view as an example here. I can show you my trades from yesterday. I did make about $75 yesterday. It wasn't a huge day, but I did it in green in the market. And I made a little bit of money yesterday, luckily. What is this, man? All right, let's look at October. All right, so here is my October month, and it looks like I haven't uploaded anything since Friday at least. What was this? This was the 14th. So yeah, it has been, since Friday I haven't uploaded anything. So let me go ahead and upload my latest stats to TraderView so you guys can see why I can use a 1-to-1 ratio and why that's all good and fine. All right, there we go. All right, so let's go ahead and just upload our stats here. And I'll show you how I've done so far in October. All right, so there's my latest stats here. And we're doing okay in October. It's not a crazy good month, of course, but like we're doing all right. So we had a pretty big loss on Friday, and then we made it right back yesterday. And so these are my stats, 2 losing days in October so far. If we look at my actual accuracy, we're running about 70%, about 70%. The only thing that I would like to see myself do better here is have a little bit better risk reward, because we're making money every day. Tuesday had my number for whatever reason, but we're making money every day. But my risk reward could be a little bit better, but we're running 70% accuracy. And so my accuracy rate is compensating for the risk reward I'm taking in these positions. But again, that's how you attack a specific trend, and your mind should really be programmed to see these type of trends happen. It's one of those things where it's like your mind should be programmed to see these things show up. Let me check to see if we've got any recent movers. We got WAD breaking under the VWAP here. I see IFRX starting to run here, guys. IFRX starting to run. It's at 319s for IFRX. Looking at the catalyst here for this one, it's up about 31%. They were awarded up to $50.7 million grant by German government for the development of one of their treatments for you-know-what. So that is the catalyst here. So I'll put the catalyst out so you guys can see it as well. This is the catalyst for now. And we'll drop it so you guys can see it. I'm going to catch back up in the chat in just a second. But yeah, this is IFRX, which is InflareX. And this is the catalyst right here. They were awarded up to $50.7 million grant by the German government to advance the development of their biodrug. Yeah, you could have, Chris. It's just a different system and a different strategy. All right, let me scroll back up. All right, so what's up, DS? Good morning, bro. BAC, BITO is the first ETF that follows Bitcoin. Where's it at, man? I've been watching and scoping it out. It's just not live yet. So I mean, I'm thinking it's great, but it's not actually live yet. Is the problem? So like, I think it looks good. It's just not live, BAC, Bank of America running. Yeah, Bank of America's up. It's up some. We're watching this one too, and this is a really good one to show you the trend as well here. And this is kind of how you have to look at a trend. A trend's never guaranteed here. So like a trend's never guaranteed. And so if you got something like Bank of America yesterday, for instance, you're just looking for breaks of highs and hold. So like this is your window to attack an upward trend, and that's not going to hold forever. Eventually we're going to pull underneath the VWAP, and then after that, really, it's the time to attack a downward trend here. But you can use the VWAP as kind of a neutral level. And this is what I talked about in my most recent video, is using the VWAP as a neutral level so that you can find out what stocks are moving and then use this as a neutral level. So when it breaks underneath it, it's more bearish. If it makes a move above it, it's more bullish. And that way you can kind of figure out what you want to do in that regard, But with Bank of America, yeah, it's up some. Was this catalyst driven or, Now the question is, do we buy the dip on GRTX? I don't know, man. That's a huge drop. What happened? This is Galera Therapeutics. That's a big drop, man. I don't know. Down 71%. Bad phase 3 results. So it says the primary endpoint of reduction in incidence of severe oral mucositis was not met. So yeah, not doing hot, not doing well. I'm not buying that dip. Yeah, so BITO. Hey, nice sideways. WAD is testing VWAP. Yeah, WAD just crashed down. Yeah, here's IO. IO was rangy yesterday, and like I said, the big thing is like it held its gains. At the very least, this thing held its gains, and that's all you really want to see, Man, I need to trim my beard. This thing's looking rough. Opinion on IONQ. This one, up a little bit in pre. Daily chart looks good. I really like this daily chart. I think, again, the U-shaped breakout pattern is pretty universal. So it works on short-term and long-term basis because other traders see it as a momentum pattern. When a stock starts breaking previous highs, that's usually a pretty good sign, right? And so with this one, that's exactly what you got. You got the U-shaped cup and handle style breakout pattern. You got the hold of support here, and then you got a rip yesterday. So honestly, I really like the IONQ daily chart. I think it looks good. But again, not guaranteeing this is going to go up. I have no idea what it's going to do. But the daily chart doesn't look bad. Hey John, why are you not buying the dip on GRTX? I'm not saying it won't work, and in fact, I think it may work. Buying that dip, there's just too much risk. The catalyst there is a bad catalyst. Bad phase 3 results that did not meet its primary endpoint. Not good. That's not good. That means the company, spent a lot of money on testing and it didn't work. And so for these bio drugs, a lot of the time, that can be the end of the company. So that's the reason I'm skeptical of buying that dip. I don't know what's going to happen, of course, but I'm skeptical. BAC up on earnings, and that's the next thing I do want to add to the app as well, is the earnings. PSTV, thoughts on AMC drop? Looking to get some play options. PSTV, good catalyst. Yeah, well, sometimes it's not about the catalyst, it's about how it reacts to the catalyst, and this one's just not doing too much here. It's not making any significant moves. Now we got WATT bouncing off of 270s, looking pretty good. And again, another thing is MMAT's down here. So MMAT, I think it's just a normal pullback. I think that over the last few weeks, it's looked pretty good, and it's holding its gains. Like I said, one of the biggest signs of strength is that you want to see some of these stocks hold their gains, and I think MMAT has done that. Let's see if we bounce off of 475 maybe. Here's 475. Let's see if we hold that level. I think that's a really relevant level, right underneath $5 currently. Let's see if we can make that push back up there. Yeah, you should be able to buy EFTs or ETFs on Webull. I'm pretty sure you can. Let me see. I can look, but I'm pretty sure you can. Most in general, the SPY is an ETF. And so you should be able to. That's what I'm saying. Let's look at UVXY. You should be able to, though. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. Yeah, you can buy them. You can buy some of them, at least. I don't know about all of them. There's a bunch of them. All right, so here's IFRX. Ripping up really nicely here. Let's see if it holds at $3 support. Here's $3. And again, people always ask me, they say, hey, how do I know what stock is going to bounce here? And so that's the next thing we're going to talk about during tech time. All right, so the next thing we're going to talk about is how to build a trading plan and specifically analyze pullbacks. All right, so when you're analyzing pullbacks here, let me find a reasonable one that looks good. So the next thing is how to identify pullbacks and analyze them as well. Number one is that pre-market pullbacks are going to be less reliable over the long haul. So pre-market pullbacks are just not going to work as well. They're just not going to work as easy. You're going to have to understand the low liquidity that's there in pre-market and how that influences direction and sentiment of a stock. But when you're analyzing a stock, again, we can look at AMC as an example. I think AMC is a good example. When you're looking for pullbacks here, your main thing to understand is what recently happened and how that influences the sentiment. All right, so for instance, if we've got this big move over the VWAP for AMC, when we have this move, what happens here? We've got this big move over the VWAP. This was back on the 15th of October. When we have this big move for AMC, a lot of people are questioning, okay, here it's kind of early. All right. My daughter's in a chicken costume. You know, here you can. It's twin day for my daughter's school, and so she is in or pajama day, so she is a chicken. You're the coolest chicken I know. Great costume. So apparently there's a bunch of other kids doing it. They're gonna be like a chicken army. Yeah, and it's all the Yeah. Well, you look cool. That's not Jack. That's Maddie. That's my daughter. Yeah. It's really comfortable. Yeah. Honestly, it looks comfortable. I wish I could be wearing that thing. Honestly, it looks warm.
It's very warm, but it's gonna get really hot at school.
Yeah. But that thing goes. Yeah. You're wearing stuff underneath it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because if it gets too hot, you can just take it off.
Well, I'm not allowed to take it all the way off. I can undo right here, and then if I'm hot.
Yeah, you'll be alright. But you look cool, man.
You wish you had this.
I know. All my life I wanted to get a chicken costume. Now you're just flexing in my face with it. It hurts. It hurts, to be honest.
Well, you have a bunny costume, the pink nightmare bunny.
I do have the pink nightmare costume. I wore that on stream one day. On stream one day, I wore that. You could have worn the pink nightmare. I don't know where that thing is.
No,
that thing's too big for me. That thing would that thing would look like a blanket on you. Yeah, But it was cool. I wore it on stream one day. I think maybe I'll wear it on stream this year too. Let me know, Chad, if you guys want to see the pink nightmare costume. Let me know. Yeah, it's from the Christmas Story. It's the pink bunny outfit from the Christmas Story. I wore it on stream one time a long time ago. Threw it in the thumbnail. Had some fun with it. But I love you.
Oh, Jack's wearing his pajama thing too.
Oh, his Minecraft?
Minecraft creeper.
Well, that's cool. But I love you. Alright, have a good day at school. Huh? Yeah, bak. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I love you.
Love you. Have a good day. Alright. That's my daughter, Maddie. She's cool. Anyways, what do you think about RVNC? RVNC had a big gap down yesterday, and now it's just, dead, slow, boring. Hey, thank you, Jocelyn. I appreciate it. But yeah, we've got TBLT on the move. It's up to 58 cents, 58 cents. Not enough volume here. Honestly, every morning I wake up and I look at this has happened every day for the last week. Every morning I wake up and I'm like, man, we got some stuff moving in pre-market. I get up, I check my phone on Webull, I check my Webull app and look at my watch list that I usually watch of all the stocks, and a lot of stuff is running. And I'm like, oh, this is great. And then I get over here, I mosey on over to my computer, and just nothing. Nothing. We got Watt, which is halfway, under the VWAP as well. Nothing else looks good. We got AMC, SoFi. The big things moving today is the larger cap stocks, guys. So larger cap momentum is here. So we've got SoFi, rip it up. SoFi's at 21s. We've got KAVL moving up some. This is Kaival Brands Innovations. And let me see if we can figure out why this is moving here as well for KAVL. Kaival Brands and Innovations. They had an FDA ruling. last week. I don't see any reason this is up. If y'all know why this is up, let me know. What's up, Paul D? You found the stream, bro. I saw you yesterday where you were like, hey, bro, I missed you. And I was like, dude, we stream. We're here. We're here. I just don't play the replays because it helps my videos get more exposure. Because if you think about it like this, right? If you think about it like this, if I do a live stream, any video I post, my live stream is going to go in front of it, and YouTube's going to promote the latest video that I have, right? So if the latest video is a live stream, they're going to promote my live stream instead of my video. And I want them to promote my videos because my live stream is my live stream, you know? But like my videos are what are evergreen content. It's what's going to last. And so, you know, in order to have YouTube promote my actual videos, I make the stream. I don't do a stream replay. We just stream and then it's over, and my videos get forefront on YouTube. So that's the reason why we don't do replays anymore. And it's been working really well. My last video has been getting some good views because of it. So, you know, we're going to certainly continue this. Yeah, no, you're good, Paul. I'm here, bro. I'm here, man. You know, I appreciate you, bro. What's happening, bro? You want to show the stream? Do you? Yay, nay? Here, show them. I mean, that's up to you, dude. You want to show the stream? You got to talk, bro. You want to show the stream? Yes? Huh? No? All right. Yeah, I think they would like it. You're looking cool, man.
Bro, right, how does a guy in a creeper costume look?
Dude, you look cool, bro. Honestly, dude. You look cool, man. I'm just saying. You know, you're probably the coolest kid in here. You know? All right, love you, man. Have a good day at school, buddy. All right. My son didn't want to be on stream. That's fine. All right, but yeah, we got Apple moving up. We got Watt. Anything else you guys see? We're watching some stuff. WATT. We got EDSA popping up. Hey, Carol. Hey, Maddie, go in the drawer under the desk and grab me a lighter. All right. The desk in the kitchen, like the little cubby. I just need to light this candle. It is the evening bonfire candle. Yep. Well, I can, and I want the candle. All right, so. Oops. There we go. EDSA? Yeah, we're looking at EDSA. EDSA is ripping up here, guys. Wow, look at EDSA all the way up to $10 a share. Let's see if this one has a catalyst too. Whoa. Yeah, EDSA is flying up here. Guys making big moves up 27% already. They announced positive results. Why, thank you. There we go. It smells good, man. If I'm gonna be in here for 4 hours a day, you better believe it's gonna be smelling good in here, you know? It's gonna be like paradise for your nose in this place, man.
Did you show your thing that Daddy-O?
No. I told him about it yesterday, though. about my alternate personality,
Every time you're happy.
Daddy-O. It's usually when I'm happy. All right. Anyways, all right, love you. But no, we got EDSA, rip it up. They announced results from the phase 2 part of ongoing phase 2 to 3 study of EB05. They said that, quote, mortality reductions demonstrated across multiple patient groups. So positive phase 2 results on the ongoing study is what this catalyst actually is here. So positive phase 2 results for EDSA. This is Adesso Biotech. They announced additional results from the phase 2 part of ongoing phase 2 and 3 study of EB05 is what this is. Beginner trading candles coming soon, bro. Coming soon, man. You know. Chat, I need your help with something here real quick. All right. So I've noticed a trend in terms of like what I eat and how sick I get. Like yesterday, I got kind of sick. And it always happens right after I eat Domino's pizza. My guess though is like I'll get the chicken wings from Domino's Pizza, like the barbecue chicken wings. Not that good, but I'll get the chicken wings. And every time I eat Domino's, I get sick. And so it could be either two things. It could be marinara. It could be the chicken wings is what I think it is. Because I've gotten Pizza Hut, and Pizza Hut has better wings. They're like a little bit higher quality, and I don't get sick from Pizza Hut. It's only from Domino's. You know, I also get sick anytime I eat any type of like Greek or Lebanese food. And so I don't know why I keep getting sick, but my theory is that it's from some of the spices that are in the wings. It's the only thing that makes any sense. And then as soon as I stop eating it, I feel better. Anybody have any similar results there? I don't know what it is. Domino's, bro. I'm just not getting you anymore. We're just never going to eat Domino's pizza again. Yeah. It's the chicken wings. Yeah, I'm just not going to get them anymore. Gluten? Is it gluten? I don't know, DJ. I have a hiatal hernia is what it is, which means that like I get like hiatal hernia attacks every few months is usually what it is. But again, it's usually sparked from like Domino's. Like we might order pizza once every few months over here, you know. And I always get the barbecue wings because I love barbecue wings. I love chicken wings in general, right? And so I always get those, and I think those make me sick because every time I eat them, I get sick. And so, you know, that could be what it is, Daniel. Do you have an ulcer? It's not an ulcer. It could be the acidity. But all I know is that every time I eat Domino's barbecue wings, I get sick. And it's not Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut has better wings. They're just better. There's less sauce, you know, and they're just better wings in general. All right, guys. So, vagus nerve from your cranium down. Yeah, I'm on Google, which probably ain't good. Let me get off of Google real quick. Yeah, Domino's put MSG, and it could be MSG actually, because I get sick from Panda Express as well, and I know they, but so that's possible actually. Here's EDSA, guys. EDSA is flying up here, Positive phase 2 results flying up. It's up to 1015s right now. Looks good, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, BBIG. We're certainly watching BBIG. Dapper. Good moves yesterday. Not really the best like holds, but like still solid moves, and we're definitely watching this as well. So again, we'll go ahead and post our top watch list. IFRX didn't end up holding. AMC is certainly one that we're watching though. I mean, AMC is testing these highs up here, looking good. All right, so here's all right, we got EDSA, Watt, AMC, IFRX. We're gonna watch like BBIG, SoFi. Anything else? Let me see what we got. Anything else? We got Watts. We're gonna be watching crypto. We got KAVL on the move as well. Tesla holding too. I know it's kind of a long list, but this is both. This is everything. So this is both my. This is everything. All right, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. We are completely 100% free. And so if you can help support us, that's great. We certainly appreciate it. Smash that like button as well, guys, if you haven't already. But remember, we are 100% free. Don't forget to subscribe. 100% free. We certainly appreciate it if you do. And yeah. EDSA ripping up. Again, though, this is our watch list currently right now, guys. Let me put the watch list up. I know it's kind of a larger watch list, but like this is mostly what we're looking at today. And if you guys have anything specific you want included, let me know. When is BITO launching? When's it supposed to come out? Okay, so this is coming out. Okay, wow. Wow, okay, so yeah, this is actually a bigger story. I'm sorry I haven't been talking about it, guys. Somebody was kind of getting on to me, and they're right. I should be talking about this, guys. This is a huge move. Wow. Craziness. All right, so yeah, we got the BITO launch today in the market, man. I should have been talking about that. Hmm. All right, guys, and let me know what you guys like today. But we're certainly going to be paying attention to Beto. I'll go ahead and talk about this one a little bit more, a little bit heavier too. There we go. All right, so let me go ahead and talk about this. So yeah, so Beto's launch is going to be a milestone for crypto. I think it's overall great for the crypto world here. We're going to talk about it. So yeah, it's the first exchange-traded fund linked to crypto. It's scheduled to make its debut today on the New York Stock Exchange. The ProShares are going to be providing the ETF, and they're going to launch the fund, and it's going to trade under the symbol BITO and track the Bitcoin futures market, a milestone for both ETFs and cryptocurrencies. ProShare CEO Michael Saper, and this is all quoting from UPI.com. It says, quote, ProShare CEO Michael Saper said Monday that many investors have been eagerly awaiting a Bitcoin-linked ETF on Wall Street as it would allow them to track the market without setting up an account on a cryptocurrency exchange or establishing a crypto wallet. I think a lot of people are going to get involved with the cryptocurrency world because of this. My question for the chat here is, do you think that the stock market is going to be influenced by that? Do you think the stock market, or do you think the crypto market is going to be influenced by this Beto drop? Let me know. Let me know if you think the crypto market is going to be influenced by it. If you think the market is going to go up, if you think it's going to be positive for the crypto market, is really what it is. Like, do you think this is going to be good or bad for the crypto world? Let us know, guys. Let us know. It's certainly an interesting thing that a lot of people are paying attention to, and it's a Bitcoin-backed ETF. So to put it into perspective, guys, the SPY itself, right? You hear me talk about the SPY. The SPY is an ETF. It's an ETF that's based around the S&P 500's movement. It's the mini S&P. All right. ETFs are exchange-traded funds, right? They're tradable securities that are backed by or based around something else, right? So the SPY is a tradable security that's based around the S&P 500, but they have a new crypto ETF that's dropping. It's the first of its kind, and it's going to be under the symbol BITO. It's supposed to be dropping today. And so we'll see if it does drop. I think it's going to be good for the crypto world. And I think a lot of people are going to be talking about it and watching it and trading it today. So, of course, we're going to be talking about it, watching it, and trading today as well. And, yeah. We'll see what happens. My question for you guys here is, this is the question we're going to ask as a poll here, guys. I don't think we've done a poll yet. This is the question we're going to ask as a poll, which is, do you think that Beto gives Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies a boost? Let us know. Of course, it will boost crypto. All right, so I went ahead and asked the chat here. We did a poll. The poll is live. And the question is, do you think BITO gives Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies a boost? And so here's the poll, guys. And you can vote on it in chat right now. Super easy poll. You just got to click yes or no. We got 80% of you think yes so far. 80% of you think yes. And again, I think we're probably going to see that as well. I think we're probably going to see a boost in crypto as well when this drops. As long as this does favorably, it's going to be based around, and this is really useful, guys, because it's going to allow a lot of people to trade crypto that don't usually. It's going to get a lot of people excited to trade in crypto, and I think it's going to be good for the crypto world for a few different reasons. Most importantly, is I think it's going to give people a little bit of a sneak peek into what crypto trading is all about. Right, and so by doing so, other traders are going to get some trading done in the crypto world without having to buy or sell Bitcoin, and that's going to make them more curious about getting into actual Bitcoin, if that makes sense, right? And so because of that, I think we're going to have a lot of people getting involved in the crypto game that wouldn't originally be involved with it because of this type of ETF. We've got 78% of you think yes, 22% think no. Yeah, Bitcoin already back up to 62,000. Yeah. Of course it will for crypto prices. It already has a Bitcoin is over 62K. Will have zero effect on the stock exchange. This was announced last week. Yeah, for sure. But it's supposed to go live today, Larry. So it's supposed to actually drop and go live today, which is cool. I think it's interesting to watch for sure. Have they said the proportions of what cryptos it will have? I think it's just going to be backed around crypto futures. Let me see. Yeah, and just to put into perspective, an ETF is a fund that is made up of a bunch of other companies within the same sector that allows traders and investors to purchase a small stake in their investment portfolio. And so it's basically like the S&P 500 is a bunch of other companies that are combined together. And the S&P 500 is an ETF. And so this is going to be, let's see. Here's a good post, and this is from UPI.com, and it says, quote, let's say you like cereal. Instead of having to choose just one, you can buy the entire cereal aisle or a portion of it that is included in the ETF you are investing in, is the easiest way to say it. And this was from Melissa Matthews, author of the blog GYST. It's an all-in cost of futures-based ETF. Could be in the 5%, 10% range once you take into account the annualized roll yield. And so, yeah, we'll see if this does well. Yeah, and then I'm literally seeing an article titled Bitcoin investing could get a boost from the exchange traded fund. And I think that's what is ultimately, I think Larry mentioned it as well. I think this is all, this is already, I think there's a lot of front loading that's already been done, I think is what Larry was probably trying to say. And I think he's probably right here. Bitcoin has put in this really big, massive move up over the last few weeks. Here's Bitcoin. Bitcoin has gone up from, excuse me. Bitcoin has gone up from 54s, 55s a week ago to 62, 63s in the last week, and I think a lot of this is probably from that specifically. So yeah, super interesting to paying attention to. Hopefully, we continue to see some volatility in the Bitcoin space, and yeah, we'll see what happens here. Can you use the strategies and patterns that are used in day trading stocks to trade crypto? Some of them, yes. I'm sure some of them, no, though. So it's going to depend. Like, I'm sure you can for some of them. But I think also for a percentage of them, the volume is a little bit lighter in the crypto world relative to stocks. Like, it's not that it's lighter. It's that it's less consolidated in volume. Right? Like the stock market, when everything's going to pop off. Everything's going to pop off usually in that first few hours after the opening bell. It's consolidated to that time, to where everybody's watching it, everybody's trading it. The volume is ridiculously high during those moments, where in crypto, there's not really any set time for it. It's open 24/7. And so on average, the volume is lower throughout the day, basically. It will be interesting to see how they structure the ETF. Hype for crypto seems like the new theme these days. It's getting bigger slowly, and these things help with that. Yeah, for sure, certainly. Yeah, we're watching Prague for sure. EDSA, Watt. We got Prague trying. It's at 305. IFRX under the VWAP, not really holding here. Stock market's a little bit slow, to be honest. In penny stocks, the broader market looks good. So like most large cap stocks are following the SPY this morning. So you've got like the SPY ripping up. You've got like AMC up. You've got Apple, Disney. Disney's actually down, which is surprising. Might buy the dip for Disney. But we got like AMD. Most large cap stocks are trading higher today because the SPY is up so much already. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, for sure, Larry. Yeah, crypto trades all day, every day. No, it's never closed. So, the volume's a little bit more spread out. You as well, Larry. Thank you, man. Yeah, I don't know what the set price for BITO is. Does anybody else know? What's the set price for BITO here? And they say it's going to launch today. We'll see what happens. But that's what everybody's kind of talking about. They said, quote, "We believe a multitude of investors have been eagerly awaiting the launch of a Bitcoin-linked ETF after years of efforts to launch one," which was said by ProShares CEO Michael Sapir. He said, quote, "BITO will open up exposure to Bitcoin to a large segment of investors who have brokerage accounts and are comfortable buying stocks and ETFs, but do not desire to go through the hassle and learning curve of establishing another account with a crypto provider and creating a Bitcoin wallet, or are concerned that these providers may be unregulated." So that's what's going on here. And I think that's going to benefit Bitcoin in a few different ways. I think it can do a little bit of both, to be honest. Watt's falling back down. Watt's back down to 250s. So Watt is back down. EDSA is crashing back down. This makes it so that basically none of these stocks are really gapping up in any significant way this morning. We got some gap ups, but nothing substantial. We got like KAVL gapping up, but not really a super substantial move. We got Prog that's kind of green. AMC though, AMC looks good. It's at 43.30s. It's looking good. You know, it's up there. So we'll see if this one continues or not. Now we got SDPI, LABP, but yeah, y'all have any penny stocks that y'all see gapping up? List out your penny stocks that are gapping up, guys, because I can't find anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and call these. That's something. Any penny stocks that you see? All right, so what penny stocks do you guys see gapping up this morning with good volatility? Because I know EDSA and Watt are the top two, but these have not held at all. You know, these have basically come right back down. So these are looking pretty rough. You know, and again, I'm using Benzinga to find a lot of these stocks, guys. So check out Benzinga. Benzinga is very useful in that it basically allows you to sign up for a free trial and test them out to see how good Benzinga is. And Benzinga, so much cool stuff goes through Benzinga. So much cool stuff. Like it's much larger than people realize. They've got scanners, movers, watch lists, calendars, insiders, details, all this really dope stuff that you can build and watch and kind of build like a workstation through Benzinga. And you can try them out for free. Here's the link. Check it out. All right, so we got some call outs here. Let's take a look at what everybody else is watching here. Disney got downgraded. Macy's was a train wreck yesterday. All right, so we got Baba. No, that's not really a penny stock, but Baba's moving. You know, looks good. Most large cap stocks are up though. CEI. CEI is barcoding, man. CEI is just CEI looks like a train wreck to me. I think a lot of people are bag holding this, and so they're just stuck, and so they have very biased view, thinking that this thing's going to do great. The reality is this thing has moved a total of about 10 to 15 cents in the last 2 days. Not really that good. You know, not really my favorite. Certainly not one that I would consider volatile. You know, it's literally barcoding, you know, which means it's just back and forth. It looks like it's been diluted some as well. I don't know. MMAT, you know, less choppy, but we're watching that. We want to see a hold over that 475 level and a move back up to 5 for MMAT. Bouncing off the 200 on the daily chart, maybe a jump in a few days. Nice. TBLT, yeah, TBLT's gapping up. Not enough volume really for me here. Like this one doesn't quite have enough volume for me personally. BVXB is trying. We got GGII up there, so that's trying to. Yeah, none of these are really looking that good. Catching back on the chat. CHPT. We got TMC. These are okay. They're not really the volatile stocks that I want. UAVS looked all right originally, but then it basically faded all the way back down, and it's hitting lows now. MDCN, yeah, this is no. What's up, cats? GRTX. Yeah, a lot of people are watching for a potential bounce, and a bounce could happen. Bad trial results, though. Bad trial results was the catalyst here. So at the same time, though, I think on average, when you look at moves like this, I think when you see moves like this, most of the time you're going to get a bounce back. Like most of the time. Now, I can't guarantee that's going to happen here with GRTX, but even with the catalyst that it had, I think most of the time you're at least going to see like a small bounce back to like 270s, $3 maybe. You know, now, again, not saying that's certainly going to happen. I have no idea what's going to happen. It might crash. It might rip. Who knows? But, you know, watching $3, you know, watching, you know, this 275 level, you know, see if we can get a bounce at $2 here, watching these lows down here as well. MDCN. That's boring. RLX. RLX kind of looks good. This is RLX Technology. Not super volatile. Like the volume's not great, to be honest, but it's gapping up some. And this is one that we could probably consider here. You know, it's gapping up enough. Not seeing any company-specific news to justify the movement, though. So, you know, AVIR. AVIR with a big gap down as well. I'm guessing this was bad trial results, because this is a big gap down for a biotech stock. Maybe we can look for the same thing. Company reported results for phase 2 Moonsong trial evaluating the AT527 in outpatients. Its setting did not meet the primary endpoints in the overall population of patients with milder, so bad trial results again for AVIR. So we'll see if we bounce here, but we got a few of these. BBIG. Prague is one we're watching. So yeah, we're certainly looking at PROG. It's not really moving up a huge amount, but it is holding its gains. And so I don't mind Prague. So I really don't mind Prague. Prague is one of the best looking ones this morning, to be honest. So Prague is probably top of my list. AFRM. Yeah, it's 157. So AFRM looks good. Volatile, certainly. Riot and Mara, yeah, with the new crypto ETF dropping. Crypto related stocks and sectors are going to be popping off probably. So we'll see. I know you are mostly a scalper, but what are some longs that you like? That's a good question. So I could just look at your list here. TLRY, I think cannabis stocks will do well eventually. It's just about when. I think eventually they're going to be full legalized. And when that happens, that's going to spark some volatility in these cannabis plays. The question is just when. And so, buying some of these cannabis stocks when they're at these lows and then trying to scalp them out when they're moving up, I think makes a lot of sense for a longer term trade idea. It just depends on how patient you can be. Of course, I'm not saying that this is going to go up. I'm not guaranteeing that this is going to go up, certainly. But what I am saying is that these can be profitable. You just gotta. I think it'll eventually be legalized. We just don't know when. And so, kind of front loading in anticipation of that legalization makes some sense in terms of like a trade idea. But again, I can't say it's going to go up. But I don't mind TLRY. I'll put it that way. Baba, I'm not touching Baba with a 10-foot pole, man. Baba, with what happened in China, with what China did to Alibaba, I am not messing with this thing whatsoever. They basically destroyed this company. He said some critical things about the CCP, and they basically destroyed his company. It lost 75% of its value over the last few years after he said those things. And so I'm not touching Baba at all. There's too much risk. There's too much risk. There's just too much instability there for me to want to invest long-term in any Chinese company right now. I'm sorry. It's just, there's too much risk. What they're doing to companies is just too crazy. I'm not messing with those. BBIG. Yeah, we can look at BBIG. The other ones you mentioned are CHPT. I don't know about this one. Yeah, I don't know anything about this one. So it's the one on your list I don't know about. I'm bullish long-term in Disney. Apple, of course. Tesla. We'll see how high Tesla goes, but those are 3 that I'm bullish in. But again, not saying they're going to work. I have no idea. Yeah, who knows when the more act is passing. Salty, I have no idea, brother. ALPP up listing tomorrow. It's not really my style of trade. So like with technical analysis, good looking chart. I mean, I like the chart. The chart looks strong and solid and you know, healthy. It's moving up, breaking previous highs over $5. All that looks good, but I don't know enough about the company to say good long term or not. I just know the technicals look pretty solid. I would watch like $5, major support level. Again, not saying that any of these levels are going to work. I have no idea. This is all pure subjective opinion. But yeah, I'm if I was watching it, I'd look at $5 to see if it holds support there, and then we also have 550 as well. If it can hold 550, then it might move up to start testing these highs up here, and we'll see if the Nasdaq listing is going to boost it a little bit more. It's possible. Yeah, I don't know when the ETF is going to be live, Ahmad. No idea, but I know we're watching all for BIRO today. CHPT is an EV charging station company, the biggest in the US, and recently acquired an EU company that was a large charging station in Europe. All right, well, that's interesting. I think charging is, you know, a nice little emerging sector that has gotten really hot over the last few years. And so watching charging companies makes sense, I think. Just based off of how hot they've gotten, how big electric vehicles. I'm very bullish on EV long term, obviously, and I think anybody that's not bullish on EV long term has their head in the sand. I think that when you look at it in terms of efficiency, like I think there's a lot of people that are just really biased in terms of fossil fuel, and so maybe they're in the South and they work for, you know, a plant that produces fuel, or, you know, an oil and gas plant, or they work for an oil and gas company. And so naturally they're bullish and they're really biased against EV. But I think when you look at it in terms of efficiency, EV is obviously the future. I'll put it this way. In a gas powered car, a 10-second quarter mile is incredibly fast, right? Like the Fast and the Furious popularized the 10-second quarter mile car. But don't get it wrong, a 10-second quarter mile is a freaking drag car. Like it is extremely difficult to get any car to run a 10-second quarter mile without putting drag tires on it, without doing a bunch of stuff to that motor, right? It's not something that you see every day, right? The gains in EV, specifically with efficiency, with how far they can go without needing gas or charging, even how far they can go without needing gas or charging, how fast some of these cars are, like the Plaid, the Tesla Plaid, 9-second quarter mile stock. That's freaking ridiculous. And so the efficiencies in terms of the electric vehicles are the future, and anybody that thinks they're not has their head in the sand. And so long term, I think EVs are obviously going to do well. You know, I think Tesla is going to be huge. I think EVs in general are going to be a big thing, and I think charging stations, because of that, are going to be big too. You know, it's not just about the main EV market, it's about what comes with that, with like charging stations and stuff like that. So yeah, I like that. I think CHPT, if it's a charging company, it might do well. I don't know enough about it though, but we're watching it. Yeah, but eventually it's going to become more efficient than that SW. Yeah, that's crazy play. Yeah. Hive is a blockchain stock. The volume is where you like to come in. HIVE. And that's just my own subjective opinion. We can agree to disagree if you don't agree with that. Again, though, I think that when you look at it in terms of efficiency, it just makes way more sense. You know, like electric vehicles are going to be the future. You know, I'm not saying we're never going to need fossil fuels, but like they're going to slowly become less and less prevalent. We're always going to need them for like lubrication and stuff like that. Like that's always going to be a necessity. But in terms of like fueling vehicles, you know, I think electricity is obviously the future. And I think that the trend of EV has really popped off in car makers as well over the last 2 years too, with all of them offering, you know, electric vehicles to compete with the others. And so, you know. Yeah. Yeah, BLNK, blank charging stations. Yeah, I've been watching this one for a while. This one used to be a penny stock, man. I saw this one back. This one used to be a penny stock before EV got really big back in 2020, 2019. And so I watched this one kind of grow, and it's grown, big over the last few years. So yeah, I've watched BLNK grow. Watt still at 260s, EDSA still at 940s, IFRX trying to make a test. Look at IFRX, it's trying to make a move back up. And IFRX was awarded a $50.7 million grant by the German government to advance the development of their biodrug. So we'll see what we get, guys. Let me know if anything else you want to see. All right, so we got 120 votes about the BITO ETF, about whether you think that BITO gives Bitcoin and other cryptos a boost. And most people think it will. Hit the like button as well, guys. If you haven't already, hit the like button. Yeah, aside from that, that's the biggest thing that people don't understand. Like, people could say, oh, it takes more power to produce these electric vehicles. The maintenance on these EV cars is going to be incredible. Listen, there's a lot that goes into a motor. There's crankshafts, there's rods, pistons, cylinders, spark plugs, and they got some of those things in EVs as well. But the maintenance fees, and specifically the wear on those vehicles, on fossil fuel vehicles, is going to be drastically larger than on EV cars. Drastically larger, And again, I get it. A lot of people feel threatened by EV. They work for an oil and gas company, or, they maybe some are mechanics and, whatever reason. But if you look at it objectively, EV's the future. It really is. Now, who knows when that's going to be? We got IFRX rip it up. It's at 302s. Break it over the VWAP. Let's see if it holds at 3. Yeah, for sure. 100%, Jeremy. I agree with that as well. Hey, thank you, Lucas. I appreciate you, bro. He said, thanks, John. Just wanted to get your 2 cents. Thanks for always engaging with your listeners. Why you're my favorite stock streamer. Good luck today. You as well, bro. Thank you, man. Yeah, well, drones are huge, too. They're already huge. They've been huge for 10 years, What else we got, guys? Anything else? Anything else y'all see? It's a slow pre-market for small caps, but large cap stocks are moving. We got the SPY itself. Here's the SPY. Very bullish day yesterday. Very bullish day in pre-market today for the SPY here. And yeah, so we did have numbers drop this morning. Let's go ahead and talk about those numbers here. So we did have USA building permits for September came in at 1.589 million versus 1.68 million estimate, prior of 1.72. So a little bit lower than expected. USA building permits month over month for September came in at 7.7% down versus 5.6% green expected. USA building permits for month over month, or USA housing starts month over month for September came in at 1.6% loss versus 3.9% expected in gains. USA housing starts for September came in at 1.55 million versus 1.62 million estimate, prior of 1.615 million. So yeah, we're getting on some drops because a little bit worse than expected numbers in that regard. And so you can see since that dropped, we have been dropping some more. We started dropping here and we've been kind of moving down since, but not drastic moves, to be honest. Yeah, a lot of people talking about Hive. I just don't know enough about Hive. I know it's crypto backed, right? But I think there's a lot of other crypto stocks that are interesting too, like Any, Hut, Mara, Riot, all popping off, all up to like 31, So we're watching those. Yeah, and that's the big thing, and that's what we're in the process of buying a new car. Honestly, it's ridiculous right now. Prices on everything are absolutely ridiculously high. Ridiculously high. And so it's one of those things where there's prices have gone up all around the board for everything in the last 6-8 months. But when you do drive more than 40 miles a day, do you have to plan a trip around charging locations? Not really. I mean, like just in the Houston area, bro, within 15 I'm not in Houston, by the way. I am in a suburb outside of Houston. But just in my area, not even Houston, but just in my area, I've got at least 10 charging stations within a 10-mile, 15-mile radius of me right now. And so it's not really something like that you have to plan around anymore. Like the charging stations are popping up everywhere. Nah, we already bought the car, you know. Ethereum gas prices are high. Yeah. But they've always been high. That's one of the big reasons new currencies are coming out, new tokens are coming out to fix those fees, because that's the biggest complaint is high fees. All right, we got IFRX. Honestly, BitGet's not super bad. Like when I transfer money in and out of BitGet, like BitGet pays me in crypto. And so when they pay me in crypto, I transfer money out of there every day. If I transfer Tether coin, it's like $10. If I transfer Tether coin using ERC20, you know, regardless of how much it is, it's like $10 flat, and I get my money out easy. And so the fees aren't really that bad. Most of the time it's Bitcoin and Tether. It's not Ethereum though. So, you know, Ethereum's a different story. Ethereum's very high fees. All right, EDSA down at 930s. We'll see what happens. Hey, nice, Chris. All right, we got EDSA on the move here. We got AMD. We got a bunch of stuff flying today, guys. A bunch of stuff moving. Anything specifically you guys want to talk about? Strategies, patterns, lessons. Go ahead and ask some stuff here. Give us some stuff to talk about, guys. Did y'all see that they put an ape statue on Wall Street? Right next to the bull? All right, so this is what we got mostly moving in penny stocks. We got WATT up to 260s, right underneath the VWAP. We're still watching that. We got IFRX trying to make a pop over 3, but as always, the VWAP usually rejects a lot of these penny stocks right back down. We got EDSA, which is consolidating at 930s. We got TBLT on the move up to 56. We got ETTX. It's at 354s. We're watching that. We'll see what happens with these as well. Best strategies to trade the SPY on. So I usually trade futures. This is what I usually trade. Yeah, for sure, Tanvir. That's the biggest problem. So United Futures code blue is what you do on BitGet. So yeah, FSEL is another one that we can watch. A lot of people saying this one's getting pumped by people, which, you know, let's see what the float is. Oh yeah, guys, for those that haven't seen this already, I did update my app. And so for all of my Android users, you can get the newest app that I've updated. This is it. So it actually tells you the short float now, and the float, the total float, and the short float, the short volume as well. I haven't updated this latest one with the buy ratings, but it shows you the market cap, latest SEC filings as well here, you know, and, you know, a lot of cool stuff. So, you know, the newest app is live, so the update is live in the App Store. But let's see what the float of FSEL is. So FCell has a float of 350 million. So 350 million, it's not super easily pumped because of that. Like, that's not super easily pumped. Like, they might be influencing it. If they've got a large enough following, they can still influence it. But it's not something that, like, regular people like me, for instance, would be able to pump. It's just the float's too large. Nah, everybody uses EV, brother. Tyler, like I said, in just my area, I used to really want a Tesla. Now I'm honestly reconsidering it, and my question is, how is this going to influence Tesla too? Because I used to really want a Tesla, but like in my area where I am, I see lots and lots of Teslas every single day. Like, so many people have Teslas and EV cars where I'm at. It's getting big. You know, it's becoming certainly more and more mainstream as time goes on, and I see Teslas all day, you know, around where I am. And so certainly a lot of people use them, you know. I guess it just depends on the area. We got KAVL, which is Kaivel Brands as well. This one's moving too. A lot of people watching Kaivel Brands. I don't know what the catalyst is for this, but we're watching now. We're also still going to watch IO from yesterday just because it was holding its gains the last time I looked. Maybe not so much anymore. You have to have an Android, Jessica. If you have an Android, here's the app. If anybody wants to download the app, you can. And like I said, let me know if you got any issues. There's the app right there. You can download it if you want. It's called Squeeze. Tells you short data information. Allows you to look up data for stocks for free. Yeah, I think so too, maybe. Golden. I think so too, bro. I think it's going to certainly be good for that market. NIO. Yeah, NIO is huge. I watched NIO grow as well. So, like, I watched NIO grow from a penny stock a few years ago. Back down to where it is now, or back up to where it is now. I watched this thing grow from the 119s when I was watching it all the way up to $60, $70 a share. And so some of these stocks can really rip. Just wondering, how much does it cost to make an app? It genuinely depends on what the app is, Mikey. So, you know, it depends on what it does. Right, like for me making this app, I got to pay a few $100 a month to get the data that I'm pulling from. But there's also, but the data I wanted was very specific, and so there were free APIs. But the problem with the free ones is that they only give you a limited number of pulls from the API, so you can only pull it like a certain amount every minute. And so I wanted more, you know. Now I think it gives me 100,000 pulls per minute or something crazy like that. And so it depends, but it also depends on what the app is and what it does. You know, like for me, outside of paying for like the data that I'm getting, it's pretty much free. I mean, now for me, I programmed my own app. So like I designed the app, I programmed it myself, a little bit of help from somebody else. But you know, if you're going to pay somebody to make the app, it's going to be usually expensive, depending on what the app is. If it's a super simple app, you might be able to get one done for like $1,000. But if it's a super complex back end, you know, that you're going to have to design, it can run 20, 30, 40 grand. It's why programmers make so much money. Maybe decimal points. I mean, we could add decimal points. To be honest, I already added the commas, and it shows through on my end. I don't know why it won't show through on my phone. I could try to update it again, but I got the commas to work here. I just can't get it to work on my phone for some reason. Hey, what's up, Fish? What's up, bro? All right. Again, vote on the poll, guys. Do you think B-Row gives Bitcoin and other cryptos a boost? Do you think it rips? Let us know why or why not. Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Jim. There's too much instability there. Yeah, I have one thing that I do need to do better for this app is I need to just mess with the padding a little bit, because I know like on mine, it kind of cuts off some of the screen here. And so I'm going to have to adjust the padding on the side specifically. And I could probably do that right now, actually. What number was this? Let me see. This was short float and float. All right. All right, guys. We got NIO, which is looking really strong. Watt still trying. IFRX still trying to make another push towards the VWAP up to $3 a share. All right, we got 170 votes, guys. 170 votes. Hit that like button, guys. Go vote. We get 175. We'll go ahead and end the poll and do something new. Do something else. Yeah, I gotta fix that, Rich. I just gotta mess with the settings a little bit, and we should be able to fix that, to be honest. So we'll do that. Now we'll go ahead and end this poll. Prague, yeah, Prague is honestly one of the best looking ones, to be honest, for me. Prague looks good. Prague up to 317. It's testing the VWAP high up here, guys. So Prague is still ripping up pretty nicely here. So Prague is still looking good. We'll see if it continues, but Prague is looking good. Rudy, just take it slow, bro. Rudy says, I'm new to trading and bought the year subscription Trading View chart and currently learning all the candle patterns. Watching your channel is a great help. What can you advise me to improve my knowledge? Just take it slow, man. Learn momentum strategies. Don't buy high of the day breakouts or low of the day breakouts. Again, I think, to be honest, I'm convinced that one of the major problems that happen with new traders is that they buy high of the day breakouts and they short low of the day breakdowns and they get faked out and they just keep losing, yet they keep trading the same strategies over and over and over again. And so if you're buying high of the day breakouts, stop. And if you're shorting low of the day breakdowns, stop. They might work 20% of the time, 30% of the time, but you're going to lose a huge amount with those. So just don't buy high of the day breakouts and low of the day shorts. You know, they just don't work. And you might think they're a momentum pattern. Most experienced traders like me are taking profit here. And here's actually a great example, honestly, right now. Here's a great example. This is why high of the day breakouts doesn't work. Look, PROG, high of the day, rejecting. All right, this is why. It's because experienced traders like me are taking profit right here. Experienced traders like me are attacking this range instead. You know, so listen, if your guru is teaching you high of the day breakouts, run away from him. Run far, far away from him. You know, if your guru is teaching you high of the day breakouts, do not listen to him. All right. The reality is, experienced traders are attacking this range, right? So experienced traders are buying these pullbacks and covering at the top. They're buying these pullbacks and, you know, covering at the top. You know, they're buying this pullback and they're covering at the top. And that's the reason these high of the day breaks don't work, is because experienced traders are taking profit. Experienced traders are taking profit at these highs. And so if you try to just buy it where other people are selling it, you're going to lose. Guys, you're going to lose. So just don't buy high of the day breakouts. Prague looks good, though. Prague is looking pretty steady and solid. So we're watching Prague. Yeah, pullbacks, exactly. Pullbacks work way better. One of the things that drastically improved my trading, which is buying pullbacks instead. As soon as I started buying pullbacks instead of high of the day breakouts, my trading did a complete 180. Yeah, buy high student gurus are cleaning out their students 100%. And a lot of people don't understand. It's really weird, man. Like people spend so much time learning these terrible strategies that just don't work. And then when you come along and you're like, hey, this doesn't work, they get mad at you for it, or they are just so stubborn because they've spent so much time learning these high of the day breakout strategies or these high of the day breakdown strategies that they just refuse to move on. They refuse to look at it objectively and be like, hey, I'm losing. And a lot of the times they'll justify it with, hey, well, I made money with this one time, you know, even though it's like you made money 30% of the time with it. That's why it doesn't work, you know. I would say number one is have a trading plan, entry and exit before getting into a trade. That can drastically improve your trading. Like, that's one of the things that everybody should be doing already, is just having a trading plan. Build a trading plan. And the trading plan is simple. We'll go over that now. That's actually a really good lesson. For those that want to know how to build a trading plan, we'll talk about it right now. All right, how to build a real trading plan, guys. And you can let me know your advice on this as well. There's 4 things that you should know before you get into a position. Number one is that you need to build some type of plan before you get into a position. Why? Is because you're going to be the most objective about what's actually going on before you enter. After you're in that trade, you're going to morph it to what you want to happen because you're already in that trade, right? And you want the stock to go up. And so, you know, it'll change your plan. But you should know 4 specific things before you enter the trade. You should know where you're getting in, what your entry is going to be, where your stop loss is going to be. So basically where you're going to get out if the stock goes against you. Are you going to take profits? And if so, where are you going to take profits? All right. Those are the 4 things you should know. You know, you should know where you're getting in, where you're getting out. Are you going to scale in and out, or are you going to take full profit, and where? If you can learn those 4 things before you enter a trade, you'll have so much better results, right? And the reason this is going to work better is because you're going to be less emotional when you know these things. Like when you know where you're going to get in, where you're going to get out, where your stop loss is, where your profit target is. When you know all of these different things before you get in, it's just a less emotional trade because you have a manual to follow. You have an instruction book you can follow. And what causes bad emotions in trading is not having a plan. It's the unknown. It's, I don't know what's going to happen. This thing might go against me. I don't know what's going to happen. You know, that is what causes bad emotions in trading. And so to compensate for those bad emotions, build a plan, build a realistic trading plan, know exactly where you're going to get in, exactly where you're going to get out. And so like, let me show you, I'm going to bring up AMD because this is what I normally traded on, just to give you an example of a trading plan. All right. So here's a trading plan. All right. We're just going to make it simple. Okay. So we got AMD here. Once AMD breaks over this VWAP, I can create a plan saying, hey, I want to enter this stock on the pullback to the VWAP right around 111.90 right here. And so I could say, hey, I want to buy this thing. Where'd it go? You can say, hey, I want to buy this thing when it pulls back right here. Right here when it pulls back in this green candle right here. That can be my entry. All right, so if 11.90 is my entry, where's my risk, right? Usually for me personally, I'm giving my risk as a low underneath the VWAP. So we can just call this 11.60, 111.60. All right, so we got 111.60 as our risk. We've got an entry at 111.90. And then where's our reward target? Usually I'm at least going to scale out of some of it at the previous high of the day. So up there. So once we hit this level, I'm going to take some of it off and then ride the next up to the major support level after that, right? And so in this case, just to put it into perspective, we've got a 30-cent risk from 60 to 90. We've got a reward target at least up to, 112.40s. So we got a reward target of about 50 cents. All right, so our risk is 30 cents. Our reward target is 50 cents, and we might actually be shooting a little bit higher. It's about a 2-to-1 ratio, a 2-to-1 reward to risk ratio. But having this plan is going to massively help my trading. And the more you do it, the more you're going to condition yourself to be able to do it fast. You're going to have some people like, hey, well, I don't have time to do all that. You do. You don't have to do it all like this. But most of the time I look at a chart and I say, okay, if it breaks under this, I'm out. If it hits this level, I'm taking profit. And I'm always scaling out. That's all you got to really do. I know where my risk is. I know where our reward is. And I know where my entry is. And that's it. That's all you got to do. Once I know those 4 things, my trade's easy. I just stick to that plan. If it breaks under this level, I cut losses. And you got to condition yourself to cut losses. One of the best skills you can have in trading is your ability to cut losses. So we break under that level, I'm done. I'm out. I'm going to get out of the trade. No worries. I'll jump back. I'll jump right back in it if I can. Right? But having that risk, I understand where I'm going to get out, and I can let it just chill and work. Right? I know exactly where I'm going to take profit, which is up here at least. Once we hit that level, I'm going to take profit at least, and then I'm going to ride it up to the next major support level, probably 113 here. Right? That's the plan. And if you build a realistic plan like that, you can do it quickly. It doesn't take that long. It just takes conditioning. It takes repetition. So when you do this enough, you're going to become better at building these plans. But you need to be building these plans in every single trade you get involved with, because if you don't, you're setting yourself up to fail. You're setting yourself up to lose. And so it's one of those things where, listen, like building a plan, a lot of traders, you can set stop losses. I scalp, and so I don't really have time to set stop losses. So I set mental stop losses. But having a plan is going to curb emotion, right? One of the reasons new traders fail is because they're too emotional about their positions. They're buying stocks because they look good, right? You shouldn't be buying stocks because they look good. You should be buying them because they have favorable levels or because there's high probabilities. A lot of the time, people just randomly jump into a position without creating a plan beforehand. And then when they're super emotional and nervous throughout the entire trade, they don't understand why. They're like, man, maybe I'm just an emotional wreck. Not really. You're just not building a plan before you get into it. And so just build a plan. Condition yourself through repetition to build a plan in every single trade you get involved with. And if you do that, you're going to have better results usually. You're either going to have better results or you're going to realize that the current plans that you're creating suck. And one of those things is going to happen. And that's all right. If you listen, the whole point of trading is to be objective enough to see when a plan doesn't work, to see when a strategy doesn't work, and find one that does, right? Don't get your pride in the way. Even if you spend a lot of time on specific strategies, you might be trading the wrong ones. And so just experiment with small account or with paper money first and just practice and learn. And that's the best thing you can do. What's up, Cal? Hey, what's up, bro? Prague, rip it up. Yeah, PROG flying over that previous high of the day. Flying over that previous high of the day. And I want to show you guys, you can attack these highs. You shouldn't be buying it right here. This is the reality, right? You should not be buying the stock here. A much more effective way to trade these breakouts, guys. You can trade breakouts, don't get it wrong, but you should not be buying it here at this high. What you should be buying is little micro pullbacks. And this is a strategy that I do take. So I do take these instead. So instead of buying it here or even right here, in hindsight, this would have worked. But that's not where I'm going to buy it either. I'm going to buy it on this. This is where you buy these. All right, let's remove this. Let's remove this. This right here is where you buy this, right? It's called a micro pullback, right? That way, if it drops, it's not going to be the end of the world, but it's usually not going to slam down against you, and that's what you avoid by buying these little micro pullbacks like this. You avoid huge slam downs, to be honest. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, well, Tiny said I tried to make plans, but it's not easy for me. Yeah, it's just one of those things where you can use the same plan in every trade you get involved with. Like I said, you want to find an organic risk level that you can use in every trade you get into, Tiny. So like with me on AMD, I think I showed you guys an example. With me on AMD, I'm going to give myself a risk level of a low underneath the VWAP. So a low right here under the VWAP. That's usually my major risk level if I'm taking a pullback to the VWAP area. It's the same in each one. And so it doesn't take long to build. It's just kind of oh, here's the risk level. There we go. And once I have the risk level, I'm just taking high profit at highs of the day. And so it's very easy to create. And you can use the same one in each one you get involved with, but you got to have a plan each time, even if it's a quick plan, small plan, just calculate your risk and see where you're okay with holding to. Look at the chart, and the thought process is you look at the chart and you tell yourself, and you ask yourself, where does the sentiment change on this specific chart? Where does the sentiment go from bullish to bearish? That's where I want to get out, right? So if the stock breaks under this level here, in my opinion, the sentiment is going to change. So if the stock breaks underneath this level like this, in my opinion, the sentiment is going to reverse to a weak sentiment, a bearish sentiment. That's where I want to get out. That's where my stop loss usually is. You know, and then what I ask myself in terms of a reward target is, where is everybody else taking profit? Most people are taking profit at least a little bit at highs of the day. And so for that reason, I'm taking some off every time and when it hits a high. I'm not buying at highs, I'm selling at highs, you know. Oh yeah, you don't have to write it down. I don't write anything down like that. I just create it in my head and stick to it. What's up, Juan? What's up, brother? Yeah, I see you. Yeah, I saw that, Jim. Yeah, that was cool. I taught myself for the most part. Learned a bunch of stuff online, Mikey. So yeah, we got AMD on the move here. I see OLB show up here. OLB showing up at the 7 a.m. scrum or the 9 a.m. scrum. OLB is moving up, guys. This is OLB group. OLB group is up, and let's see why. You know, we have OLB here, and let's see if we can figure out why this is moving. All right, so executive, so OLB CEO Ronnie Yakov says that the company will have. Here, I'll post the catalyst here. This is the catalyst for OLB. It just dropped. So, and this is from Benzinga. All right, so yeah, so Ronnie Yarkov says the company will have capacity for an added 1.1 million in monthly sales once the first 1,000 crypto mining computers are fully operational, according to Benzinga. And so that's the catalyst for OLB here. Let's look up the actual numbers for this one as well. So let me fix this. We got to fix some of this. I'll fix that code. I know what's his name said that his screen was running off. I'll fix that code today. Jason, I think, said it. So I'll fix that code today. Oh, no. I just had it work. Did I mess something up on my code? Bold by. There we go. All right. Dude, what the heck, man? Can I read properties of undefined reading by? Oh, it must be the ratings. All right, so I broke the code. Let me look at where this is coming from. All right, so we got the code in for OLB. So this is in the ratings, I see. All right, guys. Earnings, financials, general. Where did the ratings go? I just had this. Did I lose the ratings? Technicals, splits. Do this here. Sorry, guys. Analyst rating. Did they get rid of analyst rating? Weird. Anyways, we'll come back to this, but we got OLB moving here some. I'll have to fix the app. I don't know what happened. There's the analyst rating. Dude, what happened to it, man? You stopped showing the analyst rating. Maybe if it's not, okay, maybe that's what it is. Let me try this. Maybe if it doesn't have an analyst rating, it breaks the app. Okay, that's what it is. So I'll have to fix that. All right, anyways, that's what the problem was. All right, we figured it out. FCell, Coinbase, John, coin is popping up. Yeah, coin ripped here. Ripped. It's up to 303s, guys. Let's look at the catalyst here, but Coinbase flying this morning. So let's see why. This is Coinbase Global. They reported Facebook has chosen the company as its custody partner for its pilot of a new digital wallet. So partnering with Facebook for a new digital wallet, according to Reuters, apparently for Coinbase here. So here's the catalyst. All right, here's the catalyst here. They reported that Facebook has chosen the company as its custody partner for its pilot of a new digital wallet for Coinbase here. So coin ripping up. It's at 304s basically right now, 304s. Yeah, so John says OLB Group reported that its DMint subsidiary initiated Bitcoin mining with the first 100 Antminer S19J Pro crypto mining computers. Right, exactly. The planning goes hand in hand with technical analysis. The more you use it, the more refined your skills will be. Right, exactly. Facebook's easily hacked, yeah, for sure. But interesting catalyst here for Coinbase. We'll see if it continues. Certainly one to pay attention to. We got IFRX on the move. We got EDSA. Coin. What's your favorite stock right now, guys? We got about 12 minutes before the opening bell. What's your favorite stock today, guys? What's your favorite stock heading into the opening bell, team? Let us know. Guys, let us know. What's your favorite stock? Random. Anyone have any suggestions for trading at 4 to 7 a.m. Eastern time? I want to trade consistently, but I'm a stay-at-home mom and can't always trade market open. I mean, then you want to just swing trade or invest. If you want to day trade, most people are going to need to trade the opening bell. If you can't trade the opening bell as a day trader, you might want to try something else like swing trading, investing maybe. Just because what helps stocks follow through with their patterns is volume. Right, and the most voluminous time is the opening bell. You know, outside of the opening bell, it's just not as volatile. It's not volatile like we need it to be. All right. Prague and AMC. I don't know. We'll see if BITO opens up at 9:30. We'll see, man. I hope so. Need that volume to have any chance of success. Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's some people that are going to have good results trading pre-market, but it's certainly not the majority of people. I'll put it that way. Most people are going to lose. in pre-market. And so, only trading super early times in pre-market is just a fool's game, in all honesty. Don't do it. At least you do whatever you want. And again, I'm sure there's some strategies for pre-market, but it's going to be a few and far between. It's going to be one of those things that I'm not going to trade pre-market, and I've been trading for years. It's just not super volatile. There's no volume. It's hard to catch anything real. A lot of fake outs. Most stocks don't actually succeed. A lot of stocks gap up big and then crash right back down. It's just very difficult to make money in early pre-market trading, in all honesty. So, it is what it is. Somebody's saying Prague. I am done. 11 grand on Prague. Stop selling, please. Prague's ripping up, man. I mean, how are you down 11 grand on a 15-cent pull or on an 8-cent pullback, bro? If you're risking that much on that small of movement, then you're risking way too much, Tommy. Be careful, bro. Don't gamble, bro. And if you're risking 11 grand on a 8-cent move, you're taking some big size in pre-market, which is, again, not really my style. Be careful. Certainly not recommending anybody do anything. Just be careful, man. I think it's really easy to start gambling and trading without even realizing it. If you're, and I think most traders, if you haven't had 6 months of proven consistency, you should not be trading huge size. Because if you are, it's just gambling. All right, we got 400 plus people here, guys. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Listen, if you haven't already, hit the sub button. We do this live for free every single weekday morning right here on YouTube. We don't sell a course, we don't sell a service, we don't claim to be experts. You can download our app for free, which gives you detailed stock float data and information here. It shows you the short float, short volume, buy ratings, SEC filings, float itself, market cap, all that good stuff for free. Doesn't cost a penny. And if you appreciate stuff like that, we gave this to everybody for free. If you have an Android, we're getting it put out on the App Store as well. But again, I could charge people for this. I'm just going to give it to everybody for free. And so, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, show your support for the channel here, and you can download the app right here. I certainly appreciate it if you do, Hey, we're trying. Pre-market is tough. I love trading double and triple bottoms in pre-market, though. Hey, does anyone know which settings in account activities you need to use for average price purchase per share? Just seeing P&L open, etc. Yeah, I'm not sure, man. No, we're not making any money from it, Tiny. It didn't cost much, so it's not like it was a super expensive app to create. I mean, it's a little expensive, but, we're just giving it to everybody for free. Maybe we'll throw some ads or something on it later, but not right now. We got MJXL trying KAVL. KAVL is up to 186, 187s here, so KAVL's moving, Are you, Dylan, are you on TOS, bro? Account activities. Are you on TOS, man? Let me know. All right, so we got KAVL moving up. Bitcoin up to, almost 63, 64,000. Let's see what Bitcoin is actually at. So here's Bitcoin right here. Bitcoin is up to 62.5K. Looking good. Bitcoin crypto market is doing really well. UMA is flying up in the crypto world this morning. UMA, it's up to 1320s. We also have WNXM moving up in the crypto world. We've got Ocean Coin. We've got CLER. We got some stuff moving in crypto. Overall bullish with the BIRO ETF that's supposed to be dropping. I don't know when, but it's a crypto Bitcoin-backed ETF. First of its kind to drop, and a lot of people are watching for that today, guys. And a lot of people think it's going to affect the crypto market in a really positive way. We've got Tesla starting to pop up a little bit, and here's the SPY itself. So the SPY itself, after those numbers came out in terms of permits, those permit numbers dropped that were lower than expected. The market has been dropping since those numbers dropped at around 8:30 market time. We got 5 minutes before the opening bell, guys. Let me know what you're watching the most, and good luck today. Let's try to make some money. It's been a green week so far. We had one green day, $75 up. yesterday. We made 75 bucks. And so we're going to try to continue to scale up in size. Yesterday was the first day where we scaled up in size, and we actually took a little bit of money from the market yesterday. So we're working on using our larger sizing, 100 shares minimum every trade, no matter what. And we're starting to get more and more used to that, to be honest. So wish me luck, guys. We're going to keep scaling up our size and see what happens. I am using Benzinga, Ed. So I'm using Benzinga to find these news releases here. So if you want to check out Benzinga, they do have a free trial. Super useful. Platform allows you to really find these big moving stocks easily. And they also have news, big runners, scanners, a lot of dope stuff on Benzinga. And you can check it out here. There's the link. Yeah, what's up, Paul? Yeah, it's a little bit slow, bro. We got PROG moving. So we got like PROG pulling back to that 320 level. We got OLB pulling back some now. We got IFRX rejecting at the VWAP here. We got WATT. We had some, basically what we're getting, we got some gappers, but they're not really holding up high. You know, like we got some gappers, but they're pretty, you know, they're low, you know. All right, we got AMC on the move though, guys. AMC is at 43.12s here. So are y'all watching that at the opening bell? Let me know. This says BITO will negatively impact the Bitcoin market as its futures, not spot. So that actually takes money away from that would have gone to spot. Yeah, I understand that argument. I mean, it's going to make people not need to buy Bitcoin. They can just buy the Bitcoin ETF. But I think the awareness that people are going to get from trading it is going to influence it on the upside. I think people are going to see some of the gains that they're making on Bitcoin ETFs, and that's going to bring them more towards the crypto market. It's going to spark curiosity in that market, and that in turn is going to make them, you know, go to it. Hey, what's up, Charlie? Hey, good luck, brother. Benzinga, there's a bunch of different prices. What do you think of Bros? Bitcoin related. No, coffee related. This is a coffee stock. Did really well on its IPO. A lot of hype, and it seems to have done pretty well. It's back up there, getting closer to these highs. I think it looks really interesting. You know, it's up to 61, 62. So I think that looks good. You know, so we're certainly watching it from BROS. Think Bitcoin will make a new high? Well, certainly, eventually, I think, Anderson. When? Who knows? Hey, nice Qualius for the F1 race. That's dope. Austin. Austin is like a few hours north of me. I'm not sure, Charlie. I'm not sure when we're going to actually get to buy into BITO. I'm hoping it's soon. I just like to see the volatility that comes from it, but who knows when it's actually going to be. You know, I'm hoping it's soon. But who knows? You know, I'm waiting. You know, we'll see what happens. All right, guys, we got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Markets are ripping. Bulls are back. I hope so, bro. All right, guys. Less than a minute. Oh man, y'all hit that like and subscribe button. Help support your boy here, giving you all the free trading content that you could ask for. We do this live for free every single day. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me get my stretches out the way here. Oh man, good luck today, guys. We got AMC on the move. It's at 43s. We've got Bitcoin up to 62.5 basically. We've got Watt up there. We've got SoFi ripping. We got KAVL ripping. We've got OLB trying. We've got IFRX moving. We've got Coinbase ripping up. We've got a lot of stuff moving here. I'm about an hour and a half away from Colleen, Paul. All right, guys, here's the bell. 3, 2, 1. Good luck. Good luck, guys. All right, AMC dipping right before the opening bell. Let's see if it gets back over that $43 previous closing price level here for this one here. We got a big drop for AMC at the open. Let's look at regular movers. Nothing showed up yet, so we'll just wait on that. But yeah, AMC's moving here. We're going to look at OLB. We're going to look at IFRX. We're going to look at KAVL, EDSA. Nothing yet. A lot of people are going to be watching Prague too to see if it holds at that 320 level for PROG. There's the bounce right off of 320s. Bitcoin is down. Let's try to switch the scanners over now. That's been almost a minute here. There we go. So we got IO. This must be from yesterday. Yeah, we got IO. We got Prague. KAVL is trying. AMC's dipping. Tesla's dipping. I'm guessing the SPY is dropping, no? So yeah, usually when this happens, the SPY is moving down. So we're watching the SPY. Let's see if we get a rip over the VWAP or something like that here. And then we can go to regular here as well. Yeah, KAVL is moving up. KAVL is up to 195s here. AMC is, Prague did bounce at 320s. So we talked about 320 bounce. There's the bounce right around 320s. Ripping up to 340s, guys, 345s. We got AMC back up to 43s here. So we're getting some rips in these as well. We got OCGN flying up some too. OCGN's making moves. We've got Prague ripping up. We've got KAVL moving. Tesla's dropping down. We've got AMC back up to 43s. For AMC, we got WATT trying to make a pop back up. Let's see if I can fix this. No. Anyways, we got Prague up to 340s, 345s. AMC flying up here, guys. Look at AMC. Wow. AMC is moving here, guys, up to 43, 44s, 43, 50s here for AMC. Let's see if it holds. Let's see if it pulls back to 43 and then bounces right off the VWAP. We got that previous closing price right at 43 as well. So that all looks good. We got over 500 people here, guys. So listen, if it's your first time here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We do this live for free every day. Oh, BITO is live. BITO is live, guys. BITO is live. It's up to 41.15s, guys. 41.15s for BITO. It is completely live right now, and it's open. Rip it up to 41.22s, 41.20s, guys, for BITO. It's completely live. This is the new Bitcoin ETF, the first of its kind. It's completely live right now, guys. It's up to 41.25s, 41.20s. Recently opened in the last minute, but it is live, so it's at 41.16s for BITO, 41.16s. It's open. Bitcoin is ripping up with it, guys. So Bitcoin is making moves up with it, with BITO. So Bitcoin is up also on this move, guys. So Bitcoin did move up in sympathy with it. Bitcoin is currently up to 62.7K, 62.7K. Flying up. AMC's ripping up as well, guys. So we got BITO ripping up and AMC. We got a little bit of a VWAP showing up here at 41.14s for BITO. Let's see if we hold there. It looks like we did, and there's breaking highs again for the BITO. So BITO is flying up, guys. Let's see what happens. What do you guys think it's going to do? It's open. What do you guys think it's going to do? Yeah, I'm going to wait for it to play out some movement first before I buy into it. But yeah, BITO is flying, guys. It's up. It's up to 42s, 43s. Bitcoin breaking the high from today as well. Bitcoin just broke highs, moving up also. We get the market kind of quiet under the VWAP here. BITO is flying up, guys, breaking highs. And the Bitcoin market is looking good here. Look at this. So here's crypto. Here's Bitcoin. Bitcoin's about to hit 63,000. Here's Bitcoin, guys. So this is Bitcoin. So it is following it up. So it's what most people thought, which is that it would help Bitcoin and boost Bitcoin. It's up to 63. Bitcoin just broke 63K. It's at 63.1 thousand. 63.1 thousand for Bitcoin. Bitcoin's edging towards these lifetime highs, guys, is what Bitcoin's doing. So, you know, this is going to be a big movement. And if you want to trade crypto, check out BitGet. I'll post this link. You can check out BitGet. They've got futures. They've got spot crypto. They've got everything. They've got copy trading crypto. You can copy other profitable traders, and you can see what their accuracy rates are and all that dope stuff. We'll talk about it more later, but I'll post this link. We got AMB breaking down. Yeah, BATO and AMC is flying too. AMC's up to 44s. Apple breaking down. Weakness in the futures market. All right, we got Apple flying down, breaking down here. And we made 50 cents from Bitcoin or from AMD. Getting ready to maybe short Apple here because it's taking a big drop. AMC holding though, guys. AMC holding. Bitcoin breaking up to 63.4K. BITO flying. It's up to almost $42 a share here. $42 a share. Making really big movements. Really big movements here. Everything's kind of breaking down in stocks, but BITO's flying. It's up to almost 42. There's 42, testing 42. Bitcoin is up to 64. 64, guys. Man, we're getting some stuff going on today, guys. We're getting some movement right now, team. All right, we did short a little bit into AMD, 100 shares. Took half off just now. BITO over 42s, Bitcoin flying up to 64s, right around 64s, guys. The lifetime high of Bitcoin is 64.8K, guys. It's about to break lifetime highs for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is literally about to break lifetime highs. Let's see it. It's up to 63.17s, guys. So Bitcoin is flying up here. Taking a little more off of AMD. We're scalping out of AMD. We're up a cool little $13 there. Nothing crazy, but more so interested in Bitcoin potentially breaking lifetime highs. And we got BITO flying up here, making ridiculously huge moves. Ridiculously big moves here. Watching the SPY itself. Maybe going to catch some sympathy from that. But we're green in everything so far. Bitcoin finally pulling back some. Bitcoin hit 64.6 or 64, roughly 64K. Man, what a crazy day right now. Honestly, AMC hit 44s. Yeah, AMC's flying. There's BITO pulling back some. Here's AMC. So AMC's up to 44.17s, guys. So AMC's flying up here as well. We are also getting a little bit out of the futures market currently. We are up 62 bucks. Scalping the SPY's volatility here. We're going to go ahead and get out of that. We're up 62 bucks. We'll see what we get. We'll see what we get. We got AMD on the move. AMD on the move here, guys. We're going to see what happens there. AMC hit 44. Yeah, AMC's flying up. Bitcoin made the big move up here. We're green in everything so far. We're up a little bit in stocks. Not a crazy amount, but very volatile, crazy day here. All right, guys. So we're moving here. BITO, let's see if it bounces at the first example of the VWAP here. So we're finally pulling back to the VWAP for BITO. AMC is back down to almost 44s. So we'll see if AMC bounces off of 44s. Apple is actually very sideways, so we haven't done anything there yet. And the only thing we've done is on AMC where we made about $13, so nothing crazy there yet. But BITO is pulling back to the first example of the VWAP here, right around 41.50. So we'll see if BITO bounces off of that level here. We're also watching Bitcoin to see how it correlates with it. But AMC pulling back to 44, so we're kind of getting some pullbacks after that initial run of a lot of these different things here. So, yeah, well, Riot's going to be moving. So is Bitcoin. So is Mara. So is HUT. So is, any crypto stock you can imagine. They're all going to be pushing up because Bitcoin had a huge spike today, guys. A huge spike. BTBT is going to be moving too. Yep. And here goes the SPY reversing here. So the SPY is starting to reverse. Market's been trending down. It looks like we're going to break over the VWAP here and start trending up for the SPY. And maybe we can attack some of that as well. AMC did bounce off of 44. So here's AMC. AMC did bounce off of 44s. It's at 44.08. We're watching now. We do have BITO breaking under the first example of the VWAP here. And the SPY is starting to look pretty healthy. The SPY looks good. All right, we just bought a little bit of Apple here. All right, we bought into this little pullback on Apple. We'll take some off there. Scalp the top. Scalp the top. See if we can break highs again with the market moving up a little bit. And we'll get out there. All right, made a little cool 16 bucks. We're up about 20 on the day. Not too bad for 10 minutes. $20 in 10 minutes is pretty reasonable sum of money, I think. Bitcoin dipping down, though. So Bitcoin's coming right back down. Here's Bitcoin. Bitcoin is currently at 62.9 thousand, 62.9K. Still up there, though. Still making pretty good moves. The market is starting to reverse completely, though. So the SPY is heading up. AMC is heading up. We're watching these as well. It's at 44.25s. What are you guys watching today? How are you guys doing so far? It's 10 minutes into the open. How have you guys done so far, guys? Yeah, if you want the app, here it is. You gotta have an Android. But if you have an Android, you can download my app. It's right here. How are you guys doing today, though? That was a crazy little open, man. It was honestly, I was having some fun at the open, man. We had Bitcoin breaking highs. We got the SPY itself ripping up. Bitcoin pulling back some here. So, yeah, we'll see what we get. You know, watching a lot of different things. See if we get some momentum coming through. You know. How are you guys doing today? Yeah, that's the question. How has your day gone so far, guys? Because it's been a crazy day, in all honesty. Ooh, catching some futures money. All right, well, we made about 25 bucks. Not as big as I wanted. But scalping the market, we're up about 100 in futures. You can see here. Kind of getting a bunch of different things going on. But honestly, Apple's testing highs. BIRO or BITO is reversing, about to break lows here. Which, you know, Bitcoin's reversing pretty heavily, to be honest. So Bitcoin's reversing. Let's see what happens with the SPY. So yeah, Bitcoin's reversing. BITO is reversing with it. So BITO about to break lows. The lifetime low for BITO is at about 40.86. 40.86 is the lifetime low. So we'll see if that can hold support. Is what a lot of people are going to be paying attention to and waiting here. Thinking about buying another dip in Apple. We're only up about 18 bucks, but I'm going to go ahead and buy this dip on Apple and see if we get a little pop for me. All right, go ahead and take some off there. Nice. We got a bounce and then a big reversal back down. So about break even now. Add a little bit more to it here. Anticipate a hopeful bounce. It's following the market so much, so not really what I want. Oh my gosh, I have 100 shares now. I didn't realize I had that large of share size. Back up to 30s. Doing okay. Trying to be patient with this, but the market's pulling back pretty fast, so, you know. All right, back up to 30s. I like the hold here, but it's taking a little bit too long. I think it's going to hold, but it's taking a little bit too long. There we go. 37s. All right. Well, that's better. All right, we're going to get out here. Market's dropping a little bit too much there. So market's falling back. Maybe we'll get back in it. But AMD's actually trending down. AMC's starting to pull back some too. So we're going to have to wait. Maybe we'll buy some of these pullbacks, anticipating that the market does good. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. Lost a little bit in futures. Basically gave back my profit just now. So we're down. We're only up 25 bucks. Market's starting to reverse here, guys. So just be careful. You know, a lot of stuff's pulling back some. We're green today, but it's not a huge day by any means. But tough day so far. We're getting a lot of stuff breaking down here. A lot of different things breaking down right now, including the market itself. I just scalped a little bit of AMD. Scalping AMD on the upside. All right, there we go. We made a little bit on AMC just now. Or in AMD, I'm sorry, shorting AMD. Watching AMC to see if it bounces at 44. So here's $44. So we're just watching that to see if it bounces there. I think this is a reasonable bounce level here for AMD. Or AMC, I mean, sorry. SPY is completely reversing. So if we do trade it, it's going to be on the opposite side now. Sideways action at this point in the day. Seeing if AMC bounces here. Let's see what BITO does, if it breaks lows, or like what happens here with this one. So it didn't break lows yet. All right, we're scalping. We just made a little bit of money back in the futures market. We are up $62 there. Probably getting ready to short a little bit more into AMD here. All right, we're in AMD. Got a bad entry here. We might have to add a little bit more to this. Ooh, not a good pop. All right, there's a breakdown. All right, we're up to 20s. Add a little bit here. Improve our average. Our average is 13, so we can break under 13. We're going to be doing okay. There we go. Nice. All right, we caught the breakdown we initially wanted. Covering at lows. We'll give it one more second. We'll get out there. All right, so not a bad little trade. You know, just caught that. We're up about 25 on the day, about $25. AMC's not holding that low at 44, so we want to see AMC bounce at 44 here, and we'll see if we get it or not. All right, so we see bounce. Bitcoin kind of back up. SPY is very sideways currently, so we're not going to trade anything else until the sideways action calms down a little bit. AMC is trying. Tesla's downtrending. Look at Apple too. So Apple is very neutral as well. You know, this is the definition of a neutral chart where it goes up and down and up and down over and under the VWAP. How are you guys doing? Let me check the chat. My bad. I know I asked you guys a question and then I didn't even check it. So my apologies, team. Let me see what you guys are doing. I got 68 comments, so we got a bunch now. So yeah, we'll see what we get. Sorry, Mark. KAVL moving. Okay, so yeah, KAVL is up to 220. So KAVL is spiking up really nicely, really heavily here. What's up, Try? FTech. Yeah, man, Bitcoin's going crazy, man. Where to buy BITO? You should have it on most of your platforms. Here's BITO. BITO is just chilling right now at like 41.30, so didn't break lows or anything. Now we got OMER, guys. Look at OMER. This one's flying up too. Looking good. All right, so we're making pretty solid moves here. Yeah, OMER is making moves. It looks good. We've also got KAVL at 220s, 221s. All right, so we got KAVL pulling back here. The question is, do we bounce here? Do we bounce here at 220s, 215s, 210s? We're pulling back to a major support level around 210, 215. So do we bounce here, guys? Let me know what you think for KAVL. SPY is purely sideways. We're not going to mess with anything until that breaks out of that range. If you want to check out futures market, we made a little bit in futures. And if you want to check out futures, you can check out Top Step. They fund traders. I use the same strategies in stocks that I do in futures. You just don't need as much money. And futures is a funded account program There's no PDT rule in futures, and they fund traders in the futures market. So they give you a demo, and if you can hit their profit target on their demo while following their rules, then they fund you the same amount. Base one's 50K with an 80% split. So if you get funded, you get 80% of your profit. You make 10 grand, you get 8 grand. They keep 2 grand since they're funding you that money, and they pay out millions of dollars every year to their profitable traders. They fund thousands. This is a legit funded account program with futures, and there's no PDT rule in futures, and I'm trading the SPY itself. So I'm trading the SPY's volatility, which can be profitable. And so if you want to check it out, here's the link. You can check out futures, help support your boy. It is an affiliate link, so check it out. All right, we got SPY here. We got the SPY moving up. We got WATT, nothing. FTech. I saw Jessica mention this one. This is up to 219. It looks good. It just needs a little bit better volume, but we're watching to see if FTech specifically holds over the VWAP. So we're watching to see if it holds over the VWAP. A lot of people are waiting to see if this specific level holds right here at like 214, 215. A lot of people paying attention to it, and so we'll see what happens. I'm going to clear this out, make it a little bit cleaner chart. But this is kind of the neutral level I'll give it. So over that looks good, especially if it can hold support here. We'll see what happens. Do you think BITO is a hold stock? Well, it depends on what you think about crypto, Adam. So BITO follows Bitcoin. That's all it does. So Bitcoin does well, BITO does well. Bitcoin does bad, BITO does bad. And so if you're asking whether you should hold it, it's going to depend on what you think Bitcoin's going to do. If you think Bitcoin's bullish long term, then you might want to buy this one. If you think Bitcoin is weak long term, then you might not want to. It's up to you. CHPT. Yeah, I see CHPT ripping. This is the charging station that somebody mentioned this morning. I can't remember who it was. I'm sure he'll tell me in a second. But yeah, CHPT ripped. I think it was Lucas, if I remember correctly. So yeah, good call. This one's popping up. We'll see if it holds the VWAP over the VWAP area. Baba. I'm not touching Baba with a 10-foot pole, man. Too much instability. I might scalp it or day trade it, but I'm not touching that thing like that. AMC breaking down under 43s, unfortunately. We'll see what happens there. AVIR crawling up. And yeah, we did get a bounce here. This was a biotech stock with bad trial results, and it's bouncing up some. We can watch it. It looks okay. Big range, very volatile, so just be careful. 100 shares can get you in a lot of trouble with AVIR because it's just a huge range, so y'all just be careful. All right, so we did hold that level, guys. We did hold that level right around 215, 210. And, we'll see what happens with FTech. FTech's still trying here, still popping up. Well, it depends, too. So, the reality is, what short-term momentum in BITO, it doesn't really matter that much. I don't ever really buy IPOs of anything. I like to see a chart pattern play out first, because a lot of the time you'll see a IPO go all the way up to the highs and then crash down, and it'll never hit those highs again. And so for any IPO, I usually give it at least a few days before I get involved with it. The last one I got in trouble with was Coinbase. I bought Coinbase at like 350s or whatever it was, and just ended up losing a bunch on IPO day. And so not going to make that same mistake again. Hey, nice, Alyssa. Congrats. Good trades. Congrats. Hey, we got a ton of people downloading my app, guys, so I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Appreciate the love, guys. Do you still get FOMO on stocks? Not really. Sometimes. Like I said, maybe Coinbase was a little bit of FOMO. Like, for me to get FOMO, I need to, it needs to be a big hype. Like, Coinbase got me. When Coinbase IPO'd, everybody thought it was going to rip up to 500, and I got stuck in that FOMO. But, on a day trading basis, nah. I don't I look at it in terms of extension. And so when I analyze a stock, my question is, hey, is this extended or is it isn't? Or is it not extended? Or is it overbought? Or is it oversold? And so, what a lot of people are going to look at and get FOMO on, I'm going to look at it and be like, nah, that's too extended on the upside. I'm not buying that. And so that's the difference between experienced traders and new traders, is that new traders see a stock making big moves and they say, oh, I got to buy it. I can't believe I missed it. I don't know what I'm going to do. And then experienced traders look at a stock that's ripping up huge and they say, hey, that's too extended. I'm not buying that. Even if it rips higher, there's too much risk involved. And so that's, you want to be the second group of traders, not the first. You don't want to see a stock move. iOS version is coming, Billy. I just don't know when. If you're a programmer, iOS is a little bit, not even a little bit. iOS is way more strict in terms of app development. So I can build one. I'm gonna get one done. It just might take a few weeks, but yeah, we'll get one. If you have an Android though, check it out. What does your app do? I call it Squeeze. It gives you free, detailed, short float data and information, short stock data, and so I can type in any symbol. We could type in Apple. And currently, at least the current version of the app gives you the short float. It gives you, like, we can type in GameStop. And so, I got to fix that. But you can type in AMC and you can see here, like, it'll give you detailed short float data and information. It'll tell you what the float is, the short volume ratio, the short volume, the market cap, what buy and sell ratings analysts have put on the stock. You can look up SEC filings. And this is all free. This is all free. You can look up SEC filings with the click of a button. You can go to more detailed FinTel short information. It'll show you the short volume chart as well. And all for free. Doesn't cost anything. It's just a free app on the App Store. We did it. We published it. I published an update for it yesterday, but there's still a few bugs I got to get fixed for it. But again, for the time being, it's free. KAVL, rip it up. It's going to stay free. Don't get me wrong. But like for the time being, it is free. So there might be some bugs, but Yeah, we got KAVL, rip it up, flying up here. We got PROG at 330s. Is at 330s. We're watching this. We got FTech. FTech is up to 220s, 215s. Watching that. MMAT dump. It's not too bad. MMAT, you're just letting stabilize. So if it can hold over 450s, it's a long-term play. We got FTech up there, 220s. Did bounce at that 215 level we talked about. What's the SPY doing now? SPY is still very sideways, guys. Just not a lot of action, to be honest. So, like, here's the SPY itself. Hasn't really, like, this is how we know, because you can see the very clear neutral, like, range here, over and under, over and under. And so we got to just wait for that to play out. Running ads on the app? Not yet. We're just putting it out for free, getting signups right now. You can, Nick, if you want to. I know actually, just you can report the bugs to me. You can report it to the Android too. It doesn't really hurt the app, but I'd rather you just report it directly to me. Tell me what the bug is, and I can try to fix it. And I appreciate it. I know there's a few bugs. Like I said, this app is a week or two old, and so it's not a very. It hasn't been out for a long time, so I'm sure there's a lot of bugs. But again, it's free. Beggars can't be choosers, is the common saying. All right, AMD downtrending, market down, Apple ripping, AMC consolidating, Bitcoin consolidating, Tesla dipping. BITO is testing these lows here. So here goes BITO low test. BITO pulling back down to 4070s. Nice try. LA accent. L sounded like O. I'm assuming you mean Louisiana. Hey, thank you, Kaylin. What's up, Kaylin? Hope you're doing good. Hey, thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Try. Yeah, I use mental stops mostly. I'm trying to figure out if I want to trade right now, guys. I'm looking for something to trade. Watch a BITO test the low. So we got a new lifetime low for the BITO Bitcoin ETF. It's down to 40s, under 40s now for BITO, under 40s. So breaking down pretty quick. What's up, JC? What, trying? Hey, what's up, Joel? Hey, thanks, brother. Yeah, man. We'll get it going. It might take like I said, Apple is so weird. Like, Apple literally makes you have a Mac computer if you want to publish an app to their app store. Like, if you want to publish an app to an app store, to the Apple app store, you have to have a Mac, which I do. Like, I have a MacBook, but I'd rather not use it, you know? I'd rather not have to use it. It's kind of crazy that they make you have to have an Apple computer just to be able to put an app on the store. That isolates a lot of people. FTech up there to 220s, making moves. Bitcoin, I wouldn't really call Bitcoin crashing. I mean, it's just pulling back a little bit. It's actually bullish on the day. It's actually green on the day for Bitcoin. So I wouldn't really call it crashing per se. It's just dropping a little bit. KAVL, yeah. This is not really a crash either. These are all pullbacks. KAVL is still over the VWAP here. So like KAVL is still over the VWAP. So it's still bullish right now. You know, until it breaks under some of these lows down here, it's still bullish. It's just pulling back. Nothing's going to go straight up. Later, try. Have a good day, brother. It's called Squeeze. Here's the app right here if anybody wants it. How about this? I'll put it in the description. So if you want the app, I'm putting it in the description right now. So I just put it in the description if anybody wants to download the app, just because we got a bunch of people asking, and I appreciate it. AVIR. Nice, yeah. AVIR is ripping up here, guys, making big moves. Looks good. Hey, nice GE. Happy for you, bro. Congrats, man. That's great. All right, SPY is back up. SPY is purely sideways. Let's take an Apple trade. Speaking of Apple, we'll buy a little bit of Apple here. Take a little bit off, scalp that move. Take a little bit more off there, scalp the move. Hold this last little 25, see what happens. It's good, 88s, 89s, 90s. So we're going to go ahead and get out there. We just made a little bit. And BITO bounced at the lows here. So we're up about $30 today. So here's BITO. BITO is bouncing at that 41 level here. AMC's bouncing back too. SPY is back above the VWAP here. KAVL still testing that VWAP area. So we're still watching that. Here's AMC. It's at 43.60s. It's trying. BITO bounced right off of that $41 level, basically. Would the app work on a PC if I only have iOS devices, but I use Windows PC? No. You gotta have an Android. I can create a website for it, I guess, if you guys want me to. I could just put the API on the website. I could just create a React one-page website. I'll do that. Can BITO be traded multiple times a day like crypto? I think the PDT rule is going to apply to any ETF trading. Pretty sure, at least. SPY breaking highs, guys. So the SPY is pushing up to break high. So a lot of the market is reversing back up after trending down for a few minutes here. So here's AMC starting to head back up. Here's the SPY itself. And then here's Apple ripping up here. I've gotten to a few trades today. I'll go ahead and show you guys real quick. These are my current trades right now on AMD. This is my trades for today. Mostly shorts. We're shorting it at the top, covering at the bottom. Shorting at the top, covering at the bottom. Those are the last trades I got into there. Apple, same thing. Mostly break even on Apple though. Where we're buying it here, covering at the top, buying it here, covering at the top, buying it here, covering at the top. So those are my trades so far, and we'll see what we get in terms of continuation here. We got Prague. Prague is at 320s, dumping down a little bit. KAVL, a lot of people are watching to see if it bounces off the VWAP, which it did. It's up to 228s, 229s now. So again, there's the VWAP pullback. And again, when you start to understand this, like whoever said that this was crashing, when you start to understand how important the VWAP is in terms of sentiment, you'll understand what's crashing and what's just pulling back, right? Like KAVL was pulling back here. Like this was a pullback. It wasn't a crash. And so a lot of the time, the best place to buy these are on these pullbacks to the VWAP, like when it gets close to the VWAP here. You know, look, in terms of history, is it going to work every time? No. But in terms of history, betting that the trend is going to continue over the trend failing is usually a safer bet because trends continue more than they reverse. They don't just keep reversing over and over again unless it's choppy or sideways, which doesn't always happen, you know. But it's a good way to understand it. And maybe this breaks under the VWAP and continues, but we already bounced 10, 15 cents already from the VWAP area. So pretty easy to predict that. We got WATT trying as well. Here's the SPY testing the high of the range. And we're looking at Apple too. You know, AMD kind of reversing back up. We got like Walmart here. A little bit too low for me. Disney consolidating too much. We'll wait for that to break. AMC rejecting at the VWAP here. We got BITO consolidating as well. What are you guys watching right now? What is moving? I know FTech was popping up earlier. And so FTech's up to 230s, 240s. So we're watching FTech here. Sentiment is just like who's in control, bulls or bears, strong or weak, bullish or bearish, you know, good or bad, you know, weak or strong. You know, that's bearish, bullish, good sentiment, bad sentiment. Good sentiment just means the stock's moving up and the bulls are confident. There's more confidence. Good sentiment is confidence. Bad sentiment is skepticism. AVIR is still running. Yeah, AVIR is moving. AVIR up to 1420s here. Looking good. You know, bouncing a lot. And a lot of the time when you have these huge drastic drops, this is what you get. Hey, nice Dylan. Yeah, for sure. Nice, man. Congrats. Prague. Yeah, PROG up to 320s, 330s. Watching that. We got AVIR up to 14s. Tesla breaking down here. We got the SPY moving up. No, I'm not in Prague. Look at CEI, guys. CEI is flying up here. Wow. Got to be catalyst driven. If this is not catalyst driven, somebody's pumping this up. Let's see. All right, so CEI. No catalyst here. So CEI is flying. Does anybody know why is the real question. Does anybody know why CEI is moving? I mean, look, I'm looking at a few different places here. I might be able to look at my app to see if there's any new filings for CEI. Yeah, I don't see anything. Anybody know why CEI is moving? Let me know if you do. I don't see any reasoning for this move. Camber Energy. I saw an 8K filing yesterday. It's up to 162s though, guys. CEI is flying up here. And Zach Morris just pumped it. All right. Well, somebody with hundreds of thousands of followers might be able to pump it. Yeah. All right, so we got Apple on the move. Apple's finally pulling back a little bit. We might buy this pullback here. All right, so we just bought Apple's pullback. 100 shares. There's a bounce. Nice. Take a little bit off here. Just scalp the movement. Try to let this ride here a little bit. See if we get a move up to 20s, 30s. There's 20s. Take a little bit off there. All right, we'll get out there. All right, so we made a little bit on Apple, little baby trades. I mean, we're green. We're up about 34 bucks, 35 bucks on the day. Market's looking good. We got AMD. Trying to head back up. Mostly shorts today on AMD. What else we got? Bitcoin breakdown. Yeah, CEI is flying up here, team. What's up, Mo? What's up, brother? Yeah, the problem with CEI is that it's just down so much in the last few weeks. You know, in the last few days, this thing was at 480s. So, I mean, in terms of like, yeah, it's up 30 cents today, but the reality is it's down freaking dollars and dollars. Yeah, it's probably true, Slim. I don't know, though. I don't know him, really, so I can't say yes or no. I wouldn't be surprised, though. Yeah, CEI honestly was barcoding. And so, like, hey, if a guru pumps it up, I mean, what can you do? You know? And honestly, I think there's a lot of people bag holding the stock that are stuck from way up here, to be honest. And so I think that this is probably good. At least they'll make some of their money back. But, you know. FTech still trying to hold. Jay London advised on the VWAP paying off for me today for KAVO. Yeah, looks good, man. Like I said, I try to tell people, like, again, bouncing right off the VWAP. You know, the VWAP is one of the most obvious pullback levels you could ever get involved with. You know what I mean? It's one of the easiest pullback levels to trade. A lot of people are stuck. Like, listen, guys, if you're having a losing system, let me teach you something here real quick, guys. Let me get your mind right real quick, if you would. You know, if you're struggling to make money in trading, the VWAP pullback, the VWAP bounce is what we call it. You know, we've been teaching this strategy for years and years, right? The VWAP bounce, and we didn't invent it, of course. It's a very common strategy. Nobody did. It's just an obvious strategy. It's a self-evident strategy in the market. But just looking for stocks that have high volume. You know, in penny stocks, you want to see at least 400,000 shares traded per minute. But if you look for stocks that have a good high volume and that are trending well, and you just wait for them to pull back to the VWAP, you'll make money. Usually, I can't guarantee this, of course, but usually from my testing, you'll make money. You'll win 60% of the time at least, just by buying pullbacks to the VWAP with good volume. You know, you can scalp out, you can do whatever you want there. But it's one of the easiest strategies to get involved with. You just wait for pullbacks like this. You know, honestly, remember, like, I even talked to somebody was like, hey, KAVL is crashing. And I literally responded before this bounce happened. And I said, hey, that's not crashing. That's just pulling back to the VWAP, and it probably will bounce there. And it did. You know, and so buying these VWAP pullbacks is one of the easiest strategies for a new trader to start growing. And you don't have to follow that strategy forever. I mean, look at these, though. You don't have to follow these strategies forever. But they can be a good turning point in a trader's career and a trader's trading, right? They can start to have some success with this. And what happens is that you learn how to trade these, and then you tweak them a little bit more to give you a little bit more edge. And then you start showing better results. And then you tweak that a little bit more and start showing even better results. And then you take them in this niche and you have even better results. And that's how you build profitable systems. But you need a good base first. And a good base strategy is a VWAP pullback. Like buying a pullback to the VWAP. We call it a VWAP bounce. Very profitable, incredibly profitable. And so, again, don't get stuck chasing nonsense in the trading world. Like, don't get stuck. Like, you're going to have a lot of obscure strategies. You're going to have people be like, hey, you know, the London daybreak strategy, you know, the super duper secret John's trading strategy that nobody knows about, but that shows 1,000% accuracy. That's all BS and nonsense, right? The strategies that work in the market are strategies that everybody else uses. Why do they work? Because everybody else uses them. When they pull back to those levels, you got a lot of traders buying there. That's why they work, right? If the strategy is obscure, if nobody else trades it, it's not going to freaking work. Because you know why? Because nobody else freaking trades it. There's no buyer stepping in where you want them to. And so if you want to be profitable at trading, go with the pack. Figure out what everybody else is doing. You know, figure out where everybody else is buying and then buy there. You know, that's all you got to do. You know, again, not investment advice. Don't sue me, bro. You know, but, you know, I can't guarantee you're going to make money. But, like, that's trading. It's that simple. You just got to condition yourself through repetition to do the right things. I like the soundtrack, though, man. The soundtrack sounds like I'm really saying something. You know, it sounds like the Pokemon theme song. Sounds like I'm about to beat a Charizard real quick. But no, seriously. Listen to me. It makes sense. You know it makes sense. You got some people listening to me trading some super obscure strategy that nobody uses right now. Y'all know what I said just made sense? Listen to it. That's going to be subjective, Jessica. So she said, if you bought a VWAP pullback and it dipped below the VWAP a bit, about how much below the VWAP before you get out because you know it isn't holding? Okay, so number one is that if you're going to target the VWAP pullback, there's a few underlying conditions that you want to be present. You need volume, right? You need volume. And you got to look at the chart to see where that volume is. Like, you need volume. It's one of the reasons volume is important, because you need other traders to step in where you want them to, where you're stepping in. It's because you need volume. And so number one, you better make sure you're trading a good volume stock. Like, the stocks you're trading need to be big volume, you know, because those are the stocks that have the most people stepping in where you want them to, right? Low volume, obscure, choppy penny stocks is not going to work. They're going to fake you out. They're going to chop you out of that consistently. When you're looking at in terms of a risk level, it's subjective. I personally give myself a very tight leash because I'm a scalper. And so I'm getting out. What I usually do is I look for like a major level underneath the VWAP, you know? So like in this case, if I'm getting in here on this VWAP pullback, I'll look at like a high like this, or like a whole dollar level, like 113. And I'll say, okay, well, if we're pulling back here, if we dip under 113, I'm going to get out. You know, where do I take profit? I'm going to use the top of this range up here to take profit. So I'm going to look at right here, this high right here, and then I'm going to take profit up there. And that way I've got a tight risk. My risk in this situation is, you know, 30 cents. So I got a 30-cent risk right here. And then a reward target is like, you know, the reward target is big. It's like 70 cents, right? So it's over a 2-to-1 reward to risk ratio just by getting in an organic situation like that. But again, I'm using whole dollar confirmations under the VWAP as my exits, but that's a subjective thing. You just got to test it yourself, figure out what you're okay with risking, and then go with that. You know? Hey, nice job. Hey, trying to help, bro. Nice, Eddie. Hey, good work, bro. Yeah. BITO is a Bitcoin ETF. It's just going to do what Bitcoin does. Bitcoin drops, BITO is going to drop. Bitcoin goes up, BITO is going to go up because it follows Bitcoin. That's what it is. Hey, thank you, Larry. Hey, I appreciate you, bro. Hey, thank you, Anthony. I appreciate you, bro. Capital VWAP bouts was nice for me today. Thanks for all your advice and your calm demeanor. It helps me curb the FOMO. Thanks to a true one, my free guru. Hey, happy to help, bro. Yeah, hit that like button, guys. Yeah, don't shoot me, bro. Hey, we try. You know. Yeah, no worries, Jessica. And like I said, I think a lot of people get stuck just following guru call outs and picks and stuff like that. And like, that's not what you want to do. You just want to start off with a good base of a strategy. A lot of the time, my favorite base personally is the VWAP bounce. It's the VWAP pullback. You can get into a lot of trades, like really nice trades with the VWAP pullback. You gotta approach them at the right time, and you gotta trade them correctly. You know, if we look at like AMD, most of the time this thing, there's going to be some days where it's just not favorable. And so another job if you're trading these is just identifying days when the chop is too much to trade, right? Like if I tried to attack it every day here, it would work sometimes, but like it's going to chop me out most of the time. Like if I attacked it here or here, you know, it would work, but eventually it's just going to chop me out. And so on unfavorable days, I move on to a stock that's trending better. So like, AMD on the downside today, it trended really well on the downside. And the opposing side of that on the short side is the VWAP fade, which is just it pulls back to the VWAP, fades down, pulls back to the VWAP, fades down. I don't know. I think Beto, it depends. If you're investing in Beto, you're investing into crypto. You're investing into Bitcoin. Hey, do your thing, Tiny. Good job. Hey, green is green, Can someone please explain the difference between... thank you, Richard. Can someone please explain the difference between buying BITO and, say, mining stocks or Coinbase? All follow Bitcoin. Because BITO is based specifically off of Bitcoin's movement. And so, like, with mining stocks, sometimes they're going to have their own fundamental catalysts that make them move in a different way aside from Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin might do one thing, but if Bitcoin might be dropping, but if Mara puts in positive second quarter results, it's going to go up it might go up even though Bitcoin is dropping. With BITO, it is purely based off of Bitcoin's movement. So it just follows Bitcoin. That's all it does. And so it's good if you don't have a crypto account anywhere else, but you want to invest or trade Bitcoin, you can do it with BITO. But it's purely following Bitcoin. That's all it's doing. No, this is just how I choose to have my volume bars. There's a script that I can make them go red to green, but it doesn't. I like to do things my own way, and so I just like to have my volume bars like this, All right, CEI still rip it up. Looks good. Let's see if it holds. And also, guys, a great way to help support your boy here is by go check it out, BitGet. If you want to get involved in the crypto game, there's no better time in the crypto game than checking out BitGet. If we got BitGet here, you can see you can do so much cool stuff on BitGet. You really can. And so what you can do here is you can, hold on, let me figure out the better way to approach this. What you can do on BitGet, hold on, all right. But yeah, what you could do here is on BitGet, you can trade crypto very easily, right? So if you wanted to short Bitcoin, if you think Bitcoin's going to go down, you can, if you think Bitcoin is going to go down, you can attack this on the downside with Bitcoin futures. You can short Bitcoin on BitGet. It's one of the most useful ways to do it. And they do have KYC verification. So they do allow US users to trade. You could also regularly invest in the crypto market. So if you want to invest in any of these other cryptocurrencies, like you can see here, they have BGB, which is their in-house token. They have Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoin, EOS, XRP, Ethereum Classic, Uniswap. They've got all these coins, so you can actually invest in crypto on BitGet. Super easy to do. More importantly, though, on BitGet is you can copy trade other profitable traders. So I can go to Unified Copy Trading, and I can just scroll down and see which ones are the most profitable. And so a lot of these guys are killing it in the market. I see Daniel asking how my copy traders are doing. They're doing okay. I have them on my other account, but they're not doing bad. I've got them to where some of them are making me like 20 or 30 bucks. And I'll look up which ones I'm following currently and show you guys. But some of these guys are killing it. Some of these guys are killing it. And I can look to see how profitable they actually are by clicking on their name. And it shows me all their trades. And look at all this green. Only one losing trade in the last few days. If you continue to move here, they had a little bit of a green streak or a red streak, but green. Some of these are like huge percentages too. 53%, 30%, 40%, 30%, 27%, 42%. And it just keeps going. Look at all these green streaks, guys. And so there's a lot of really profitable crypto traders. And these guys have been trading for a while. Look at this. This goes all the way back to September 1st. This guy has been putting in ridiculously huge gains all the way back to August. Look how consistent this dude is. All the way back until August 25th, literally 2 months ago. And this dude has made 150% in those 2 months. And he's made $9,000 profit. This is some pretty solid stats. I might look for a spot to open up for this dude because this dude's killing it. His name is Underdot. But you can follow these copy traders, literally trade for trade. They buy something, you can buy stuff too. And the way you adjust it, guys. So like if I go to this guy, let's see who else is potentially profitable. Natural School J. If I go to this guy, you can see this guy's killing it too. Green, just lots of green streaks here. And if I wanted to follow him, I'd go to follow, and I could say, hey, I want to follow him with a 20% ratio, so 0.2. And so that way I'm taking 20% of the sizing that they're taking. So if he buys 1,000 tokens, I'm buying 200. You know, and that way, if he makes $1,000, I'm making $200, right? And that way I can kind of protect myself a little bit. I could also give myself a stop loss ratio by saying, hey, if he loses more than 50% on any specific trade, it automatically exits me. And that way I can follow him trade for trade and make money that way. And it's a kind of a new age form of investing. You could also be a copy trader yourself. And so you can earn 10%. And so if you got 100 people following you, you're earning 10% on every trade that you make for them. All the profit, I mean, that you make for them. So if you make people 100 grand out of 100 people, you get $10,000. And a lot of these traders are trading small amounts of money. They're starting with like 50 or $100. But what is more important is the percentage gains. And so you might be trading 50 or $100, but if you're making 100%, people still want to follow you regardless of how much you're actually trading with. And so you can be a copy trader as well. Again, they do allow people in the US to sign up for them. So you can sign up if you're in the US. They are a sponsor of our channel in today's video. So they are a sponsor of the channel. So a great way to help support us. And again, you can even practice to be a paper trader, or you can even practice to be a copy trader with paper trading here. So they have free paper trading as well. And you can see, you can just go to paper trading here, simulation, free paper trading on their platform too. Super easy to put money in here. You just go to buy crypto at the top right. You say, hey, I want to buy $500 worth of Bitcoin using Visa or using MasterCard or using Google Pay or whatever you want to pay with. And you go to purchase right here at the bottom, and you'll get your coins in 2 to 10 minutes. Super easy to use it. If you want to check this out, I'll post this link here. You can copy some of these traders and check them out. I couldn't imagine trying to make consistent yields with day trading. Well, I mean, I do it. And if you want proof of that, I mean, it's really easy to show. Check it out. I don't make a huge amount. I mean, I'm not trying to live off of my trading profits by any means, but like, you know, these are my results this month. You know, not too shabby. And this is excluding today's trades. We've had 2 losses over the last month so far, over the last 19 days, 2 losses. One was Friday. One was 27. And if you want me to prove that these are my actual stats, it's really easy to do as well. Check it out. So I'll show you guys that these are my actual stats. We'll just go back to October 1st. And yeah, I'll check it out. So we're going to just export this directly. The only reason I'm not showing you this is because I don't feel like showing you guys my account number. And that should be an understandable thing. But I just exported all of these trades to here, and it might be some duplicates because this is what they are. They're duplicates because I've already did it, but check it out. Just go to that, go to refresh. I just uploaded all the trades from the last 10-1, and so look, it even saved 908 duplicates. The only trades that were imported were today's trades, which was 34, I guess, but 908 duplicates. And again, these are my actual stats. So we're not doing that bad. We're up a few $100 this, you know, but we've only had 1 or 2 losing days in the last 3 weeks or so. So not too bad. You know, we're doing pretty well. We started to scale up. This is where we really started to scale up like we wanted to. And so we'll see what happens. We're kind of working on scaling up in size a little bit, and we'll see how that goes. Wish me luck. You know, we're trying to maintain a consistent 100 shares minimum. The link is right here, Amar. So it's right here, brother. So right underneath you, dude. Oh, also, guys, the World Series of Day Trading starts tomorrow. The World Series of Day Trading starts tomorrow. So join my team. It's a completely free trading competition. Or no, does it start tomorrow? Is registration over? Let me see. I don't know when registration ends. Let me check. Y'all probably know better than I do it with this, to be honest. It's a completely free trading competition. You know, they give you a demo. The traders that do the best on my team win free prizes. The traders overall on my team that win get free prizes. And it's completely free. Okay, so I think registration is actually over with. But yeah, the competition starts tomorrow. All right, so hey, let's do this, guys. We got CEI popping up, though. CEI's up to 170s. Yeah, Bitcoin pulling back to 61s. Hey, later, Juan. Have a good day, brother. Yeah, for sure. Well, I trade larger sizing in futures, Mikey, than I do in stocks, but that's what I'm trying to work on is just scaling up my size. Yeah, it's take a little bit of time. Market's so sideways today. I just don't know if it's the right day to push hard. You know, we're up a little bit over $100 this week so far, and it's only Tuesday, so we'll hopefully keep the scale up going on. But like, if we look at the SPY itself, it's just not the most volatile market for me to want to attack, to be honest here. Carol's over here. We're supposed to be getting a new car today, but the money didn't clear in the bank. They told us the money would clear today. They didn't. So I'm super mad at Chase. Honestly, I might leave Chase, to be honest. Yeah, remember, guys, you can try out Benzinga, so completely free. Super easy to use. I'll show you the Benzinga link here. Super easy to use. You can try them out for free. And Benzinga is super useful because you can find a lot of this information that you want. You can find insider trades, all that dope stuff with Benzinga, and they do have a completely free trial. And so there's the link. You can try them out. I don't even think you need a credit card to try out their free trial. So check it out. There's the link in chat for that as well. I'm not on your team. What? DS, you're not on my team, bro. Why not, man? Oh, you're on somebody else's team? That's cool. If it was up to you and you wanted to be on somebody else's team, that's cool. But if they just randomly put you on another team, let me reach out to them. That should be a mistake if they did. But I can correct it if you need me to. I think my team is honestly pretty small, so I think traders on my team are gonna have a little bit better results. Not by choice. Oh, well, what's your name, DS? Message me, bro. I think you messaged me before. I think they corrected it and put you on a different team. But let me correct it here. Message me on Discord, bro. Here's our Discord link as well. If any of you guys want to join our completely free Discord, here's that link. Oh, oops. Sorry, guys. Posted the wrong thing here. My bad. Yeah, my app isn't available on iOS yet, unfortunately, Lena. It's something that we're going to be putting out there in the next month sometime for sure. I've tried penny stocks, man, and I trade in penny stocks sometimes, Anu. The problem is that penny stocks are less consistent. Like, I don't care what people say. Penny stocks are just less consistent. They're harder to make money in. It's not that they're harder to make money in. Penny stocks are consistent and all. The problem with penny stocks is that they have these huge drawdowns that are random, right? Like a penny stock might tank 30% completely randomly out of nowhere. And so it's hard to stay profitable long-term in penny stocks unless you're shorting because they just crash so quickly sometimes. They have these big drawdowns all of a sudden that leave traders just stuck. That's why so many people bag hold penny stocks is because they just crash so fast on you sometimes. And that doesn't really happen in larger cap stocks. You get some big drops, but it's not as significant as penny stocks. And they're just less consistent. They maintain trends less, to be honest. But you can trade them profitably, and I know a lot of people that do. But in my personal subjective opinion, there's lower edge in penny stocks. And I think a lot of people end up pushing it because they're cheaper and they're easier to get involved with. But with that cheaper price, they're going to be less consistent, you know. Yeah, OMER is ripping up really nicely too. Yeah, KAVL is a $2 stock. I'm not saying you can't make money with it, but they're just less consistent in my opinion. You know, you look at something like Apple. You know, Apple has maintained this upward trend for a long time. You know, look at KAVR. It's maintained, or KAVL. It maintained it for a little while, and now it's right back down. You know, and look, here's what I mean. Like, look at KAVL tanking, you know, tanking like 20, 30 cents in 3 minutes, you know. And I'm not saying that doesn't happen. It's just, again, my personal opinion, you know. Oh, here's the Discord link, guys. We do have a World Series. I think we have a World Series. Yeah, we have a WSDT section of our Discord, so that's where we can plan everything out. Yeah, there's our Discord link, guys, for everybody asking about it. Yeah, BITO ripped. It corrected with Bitcoin to a certain extent. All right, I got you, DS. My bad, bro. What's up, Jason? Let me check to see if you're on my team. I'm gonna get you put on my team real quick right now. Bro, I got you. Yeah, I'm gonna get that corrected right now, DS. I got you, bro. If you want to be on my team, that is, and it's up to you, dude. You know, either way. But yeah, I'm telling the guy right now. Discord is not able to accept invites. You gotta have some type of setup there. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm gonna close it down, guys. I don't see too much else I like. I was waiting to attack the SPY. Here's my trade so far. So we made money on AMD mostly on the short side. You know, we're up. We are up $34 today. Very small day, not a lot of action. Second green day in a row this week. And again, here's my stats today. Let's look at them. I don't think I've looked at my stats today yet. So today is the 19th. Yeah. Okay. So wow, we actually did really well today. So today we had 87% green. So we had 7 wins, 1 loss, 4 green trades in a row. Losing trade was a little bit larger than I would have preferred, but my largest gain versus my largest loss is a little bit larger. So the only thing we can tweak a little bit is the risk reward there, but almost 90% accuracy. You can't really complain. Profit factor of 3.87 to 1. So we're killing it. And yeah, we'll see how it goes, but very green day. Market kind of hasn't been holding like we wanted to. So, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, guys, we're going to go ahead and close it down. Good luck. Also, guys, remember to check out BitGet. BitGet is super useful. You can do a lot of dope stuff on it. You can copy other profitable traders. A lot of people want to get involved in the Bitcoin game, but you know, it's one of those things that this is super encompassing. There's so many different things on BitGet, and they accept US people. They accept US users with KYC verification, which is the universal standard of verification for crypto platforms. And you can do KYC verification as a US user and trade and be a copy trader. You can copy other profitable traders doing the copy trade feature, and there's a lot of really profitable guys. Again, my suggestion to you guys, if you are copy trading, is number one, I can't guarantee you're going to make money, but you want to follow somebody that has been trading on this platform for a long time and that has consistently showed good results. You also want to look at each one and make sure they're not sitting on a bunch of losses. So you want to go to their user profile and you want to click copy trade right here. And if this guy is sitting on a bunch of big losses like this guy, you probably don't want to copy him. You probably don't want to copy him because that means they don't cut losses because they're desperate. Because they're desperate to keep their accuracy rate high, that they just sit on a bunch of losses. So as long as they don't have a bunch of copy traders that are sitting like this, they can be profitable. But there's a lot of really profitable traders here. And again, you can also be a copy trader. You just click become trader at the top right. Again, you can invest in crypto here on spot. You can go to crypto futures and short crypto, go long, and you just go to buy crypto, or you could just transfer coin to BitGet from Coinbase, which is what a lot of people do. They buy crypto on Coinbase. They just go to deposit and assets, and they get the deposit code, and they go to Coinbase, and they go to send, and they make sure they're in the right chain and using the right crypto, and they just send it directly over. Super easy. You can Google how to do that as well. But here's the big link if you want to check it out, guys. Good luck. Love you all. Have a good day, team. And yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys. Oh, no, you're good, DS. I appreciate you, bro. You're good, man. You nailed the penny stock thing. They jump around like crazy. Very hard to decide a direction, for sure. That's kind of how it goes. But yeah, guys, listen, love you all. Good luck. We'll see you guys next time. Have a good day. I appreciate everybody being here. Remember to hit the like and subscribe button, guys, if you haven't already. I certainly appreciate it if you do. Go check out our latest video. A lot of people are asking me about strategies and patterns and all that stuff. Go check out our latest video. Our latest video will detail a lot of the setups and strategies and patterns that we trade, and in a really easy to understand and detailed way. And so go watch this video, guys. I certainly appreciate it if you do. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day. Love you all. See you guys next time.